Hello and welcome to High Rollers for a very special, brand new mini-series that we're doing. This is a character creation stream, so we're going to be building the characters we're going to be using for a brand new micro-series called A Rogue's Gambit. Play Mission Impossible music here. Yeah, basically, like... I couldn't. You've made me lose how it goes now. Like, I know how it goes. Dun, 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 dun. That's it. There we go. So play that there. This is a brand new series. It is brought to you by Wizards of the Coast and Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms. They are sponsoring this, and there will be some cool mechanics that you will see in the full episode of how this all works. And it's all based on their... There we go. Thank you, Katie, for pointing to the logo. And this is all based on their brand new adventure module, Dragon Heist. It's a high-octane, heist-style adventure that will be seeing a wide release on September 18th. It's a really awesome module. If you checked out the Stream of Many Eyes, of which I did some stuff with, there was loads of information revealed there. And this campaign is going to be taking elements of that module. We're going to be using a small part of it and then adding in our own stuff. Chris Trott, goddammit. And playing it through there. For the players for this micro-series, we have Stone Cold Chris Trott. Hi. There we go. We have Kim Richards.
Hello.
We have Katie Morrison.
Hi.
And Tom Hayes.
Hello.
Welcome back. We don't have Rhiannon. Rhiannon joined us after this, so it's just going to be the four of us for now if you've been watching our regular series. And we're going to be making some characters today. I should give you guys a little bit of a synopsis so that you guys are aware of the theme of it. I know some of you already have some ideas of the characters you want to make.
No,
you don't. I know you don't. Nope. You have a very vague idea, and you've pretty much made your entire character. Yeah. So there we go. As is Kim tradition.
I just had nothing to do in July.
How many pages on the wiki doc? On the
just one. It's a very short. It's a very different character.
Very basic. It's very simple.
And literally, I wrote it at 3 in the morning when I was having one of my insomnia nights.
After playing a certain game. So, which I can absolutely see being the unspoken theme of like all of your characters. I think that all of you are going to have a character related to this game because you all idea.
I didn't think of that until
but I did.
Nice.
So
this unspecified game that is not tied to this brand.
No, it's not tied to this brand, but it's very popular.
Can't do an accent, Mark.
No, I know you can't. No, I wouldn't expect you to.
I like to watch it.
I like to play it.
It's... God, what a watch it is.
It's Overwatch. Yeah. It's Overwatch, okay? Overwatch.
For the love of God.
So, let me give you guys a brief synopsis of what's going to be going down. And then you guys can start having a think about the character you're going to do. And we're going to make characters step by step. So if you've never made a D&D character before, if you're confused by the process, this should hopefully be a cool way of showing you how to do it.
In theory.
Yeah. In theory. So, the synopsis is you are all playing agents of the Harpers. Now, the Harpers are an organization spread throughout the Forgotten Realms, which are kind of like super spies and agents. They're the FBI, MI5, but inherently the good guys. You know how like in movies sometimes they're always played as like being a bit, morally grey. The Harpers are generally regarded as good people, and they have the best interests of the Forgotten Realms and Faerun at heart. And you are all playing agents of the Harpers. Now, whether that means you're an independent agent, you're somebody who is working with them for your own gain, whether you are a loyal, standard, member that's been with them for years and years, that's up to you guys. But you are all working with or for the Harpers. The campaign itself is going to be very Mission Impossible, very James Bond inspired. There will be some combat, but also lots of interaction, lots of sneaking around. So, think about diversifying your skills and stuff like that. You all must have at least one level of rogue. Yes. A rogue's gambit. Okay. That's the gimmick. That's the gimmick of it.
That's the gimmick.
So
it's in the title.
So
it's in the title. So everybody's going to be a multi-class with at least one level of rogue. Now, how you want to split your levels up is up to you. You could be 2 rogue and 2 something else because you're going to be level 4. You're going to start at level 4. You could be 3 something else.
I'm going to be 4 things.
You can, if you want to play that is absolutely fine. If that's what you want to do,
a wizard, barbarian, rogue bard.
We'll see if you get the stats to allow that, but sure. But yeah, so the idea is that everybody has a level of rogue, and the reason for that is I want you all to have at least 1 dice of sneak attack to boost your damage,
Right.
Because it's always fun. And then also, primarily, it's for the expertise skill, which allows 2 of your skills to get you double the proficiency
yes.
bonus.
Is that a level 1 of rogue?
That is a level 1 of rogue, I
Okay.
think.
It is.
I hope so.
Because Cam Buckman's got it.
There you go.
Used to have it. Don't
And
now.
the
Who's
reason
that?
for that
Nice.
is, the
Dice.
reason for expertise having is because there's going to be a different dice mechanic. Rather than rolling d20s for your skill checks, there's going to be a cool mechanic tied in with Idle Champions, which we'll talk about more in the first episode when it's all up and running and good to go. Idle Champions. But the reason for that is I want you all to think of each of you being a specialist. You are all a specialist in certain areas. So whilst it's fine if you have some skills that cross over,
special.
my recommendation is your expertises should be different for each of you. And that's my recommendation.
Right,
Think
okay.
of yourselves as the cast from a Mission Impossible or a heist movie, right? Like you have the acrobat, you have the talker, you have the assassin, you have the close combat specialist or the big bruiser, the engineer. Like kind of take those archetypes and mess around with them, right?
Are we allowed Eberron content?
No, because Eberron content introduces some pretty high magic stuff that doesn't
Critical
quite
role
work.
content.
Critical role content is allowed, yes. So you are
Tick.
allowed critical role content. There's also, I know Kim is going to be playing one of my own homebrews. She's got her eye on the Vigilante, which is undergoing a lot of work. I'm still in the process of revamping it, so take that in mind.
Our advancement type, is it milestone based?
Yes, it
This
will
is
be
for people creating
milestone-based.
characters with
On
D&D
D&D
Beyond.
which we don't need to plug as much this time. We love it, but we're
Well,
not
I'm going
sponsored by
through
it.
this, so...
That's fine.
I've gone for
Encumbrance? Are
good
we using
old pen and
encumbrance?
paper.
No, we
I'm
won't
gonna
be
put
using
it on paper
encumbrance.
and then I'm
and
gonna
fixed HP.
transfer.
Paper.
Yes.
Are we going to ignore coin weight?
Yes.
And a pencil.
Hit type.
That's all I need.
Manual.
Fixed.
Manual.
Preferably an eraser.
Hit dice type.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I'm
Hit
saying
point.
Whoa.
Yeah, hit point is fixed.
Whoa, buddy!
Because then that'll make it a bit easier.
Whoa.
So,
drop my pencil.
and then the last
good
thing
try.
I'm going to let you guys know is the very first episode is going to start like a classic. You're right.
Just hit a head on this.
Fine, I
Hit
just
your head on that,
smashed
it's
my
fine.
head on
It's
that.
not like anyone saw.
Like
Nah.
true James Bond Mission Impossible style movies, the first episode you're going to start in the middle of something. You're going to start in the middle of an operation, which isn't going to be tied to Dragon Heist. That's going to kind of be like our pre-title sequence, like before the name of the movie
You
comes
mean
up.
like when Mark always drops us in the middle of things for the start of a campaign?
Yeah.
And then says the title of the thing in the thing.
Yeah.
And gets
You've got
really
it.
impressed
Huh?
with himself.
Yeah. And
In
tells
media res.
everybody for a good 6 months
Did you see me
after.
say the thing? Did you hear it?
I only did that for Uncharted Territory, okay? I
Which is
only did
another
that.
great spin-off series available on YouTube.
Yeah, so
Thanks, Wizards.
that's the idea of it. Like I said, you're all going to be operatives for the
Cool.
Harpers. It is based on the Sword Coast and the Forgotten Realms, so if you want to use the Sword Coast Adventurer's Guide for backgrounds, you want to use Xanathar's Guide for anything, you're more than welcome to, okay? There's going to be a few custom rules, so we're going to be using the injury table from the Erois campaign that we're using, so the injury table's in effect.
Good. I love that.
I'm also going to be using
really like it.
a custom
Yeah,
rule
you
from the
brown
DMG. There's a custom rule from the DMG called near successes. So the idea of this one is if you fail a skill check by 5 or less, you still succeed, but there is a cost to it. So the example of it is like, let's say you're trying to climb up the side of a building, and the DC to do it is 15, and you roll an 11. Your total result is an 11. You still climb up the building, but maybe something falls out of your pack and breaks. Maybe that you make a really loud noise as you're climbing up, and that might give you away or something like that. So it's a way that like it will be easier for you, but there's always a cost to it. And then there will be a cool Idle Champions mechanic, which we'll talk about in the first episode, but that will all be tied in. And the audience will have a lot of control over that. They're going to be kind of responsible for your fate, as it were.
Don't
So it's up.
cross over.
Well, no, they can't really screw you over because by them having fun with Idle Champions, they will inherently be helping you.
The more
Have
fun
we-
you have, the more help we get.
Have we
Yes.
told you recently that we love you and you look great and you're fabulous? Mwah.
Can I be a turtle?
I kinda
Oh my
want it to
goodness.
be. I kind of want it to be. Maybe
I
we
don't
should
want
all
to say
four of
no.
us.
No.
All four of us
I
should be
vetoed
turtles.
that 100% now.
Damn it.
Can I be
I
a...
would 100% want to do that.
Can I be a...
Rude.
I will not say you can't be a turtle.
Can I be an Aarakocra without a head?
So anyway,
Or like
let's move on to some character creation stuff.
our original.
Now, before I do this a little bit out of order to what the DMG and D&D Beyond recommends, I would like everyone to roll stats first, because I think that is
Okay.
one of the crucial steps to do. And we've got a dice tray here. We're going to be filming the dice rolls. So who would like to go first?
Yeah.
Chris Trott, he's done it.
Get the bag away.
Where's that from?
That's a HR dice bag, which you can get on store.yogscast.com, getting your own HR branded dice, Tom Hazel.
Interesting.
It's so soft.
So, what you're going to do, Chris Trott, I know you know this, but I'm explaining it for the people at home.
I'm going to roll 4 dice.
Take away the
I'm gonna
lowest.
Take away the lowest.
And you're going to do it 6 times.
6 times, and
And
that'll
then you
be.
can assign those stats.
Why do I explain it? He did it.
Go.
I am the DM.
You asked me to explain it.
I didn't. I said I was asking you to do it while I
Oh.
explained it.
Oh, I see. Alright,
So
taking away the
take
2.
So
That's
that's a 13.
13.
Nice.
pretty
Do you have a
Sorry.
piece of paper?
I'm writing it down.
What average
Oh,
for
thank you,
4d6? Or I suppose 3d6.
I can't remember.
Good. Carry on.
I could work it out, but I'm not going to. Let's take away the lowest there. That is a 11.
11.
Now I do have a rule which lets you re-roll it if you don't get very high.
Wow.
14.
Ooh.
It's not bad.
So
No
I should
negatives
probably be
so
a bit
far.
slow with the dice cam.
Yeah, give it a bit of a second. Oh!
Oh!
That's only a
13.
13.
Oh,
No.
okay.
Almost
That's
an
alright.
18.
That is alright.
Almost an 18.
And then we got
Oh,
a.
that's not bad. That's
13?
13 again.
13.
Yep.
It's pretty above average.
Very much above average all across the board.
That's
That's
a 6.
6.
Are you allowed to reroll that one?
So, can you just read
No.
them out to me again?
It's,
So
the,
we got-
it's the total.
13, 11, 14, 13, 13, 6.
So that's going to be 2, 4, 5. Yes, you would. I would let you re-roll it because the way I do this is if somebody's total modifier isn't above +6, so that's all of the modifiers added together, then I generally let people re-roll because you don't want people to be so inadequate that they're not going to be useful. And that
Re-roll.
6 really messed you up there.
So what happens if he re-rolls it again and gets gone?
So this time I'm going to pretty much
Stick with it.
It's going to be stick with or take the standard array.
Imagine it was all 6s now.
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
So 14,
14.
good start.
And then. Oh no.
That's a 10.
10.
It's all right. That's a 0.
How many times have you rolled now?
That's a 17.
I'm doing it again.
He's doing it again.
Oh, I
He's
see.
re-rolling.
You reset the whole thing.
Oh,
Okay.
right.
You don't just pick like the lowest stat
No,
and
no, no.
re-roll
I just
it.
have him
Okay.
re-roll the whole thing.
So then I have to stick with it.
So that's a 17.
That's a 17.
That's pretty decent.
Yeah, that's really good. You got
Good.
3 more.
Pretty decent.
There is a
15.
15. See?
This
Alright, yeah.
This
This
is
is
good
way
stats.
better.
And there we go. There's the 6.
Every time.
So is that 6 of them, Kim?
1, 2,
No,
3,
one
4,
more.
5. One more.
Okay, one more.
So you have to have that 6 now. Okay.
Potentially. Oh yeah,
Oh,
I think
okay.
he's keeping that 6.
13.
Guess that's going to be intelligence.
So
pass it over to
14, 10, 17, 15,
Standard
6,
Chris
13.
So one of those you are going to be
Pass that to me, Kim.
garbage at.
I can't do it without in my head. I need to look at it. So that's going to be 2, 5, 7, 8. And then I think a 6 is a -3.
10, 0. 9, 8, -1.
This is where it is.
7,
6,
6.
-2.
-2.
-2, so that is a keeper. That is a +6 total modifier. So those are your stats. 14, 10, 17, 15, 6, 13. So there you go. Enjoy
6.
those. Hey, then figure out a character flaw that works into. So that
I've already got something in mind.
probably intelligence
No.
or... Okay.
Not.
Wisdom?
I'm now going to go back to my race.
Yes, now you can start thinking about
turtle.
race.
I'm not going to be a turtle.
You can be a turtle if you
Or a
want.
kenku.
Just think of how you can make a Mission Impossible turtle.
You ready?
Here we go.
Right, here we go,
Here we
Katie. So first one. So that's going to be... That's all right. That's
good.
13.
Okay.
No, 12.
Oh, yes, sorry, 12, yeah.
Thanks, Tom Hazel.
No, that's good.
I'm waiting for another inspiration.
Whoa.
Oh,
nice.
that's a
Ooh.
14.
14. It's pretty good. That's really shit. It's really shit.
That's not good.
That's a 8.
8.
That's not, I mean, that's...
Not bad.
If
Nova's
you
got
get,
me.
if you get
-1,
high
isn't it?
ones now, then you're all fine.
-1.
Nope.
That's
is
a
terrible.
9.
That's 9.
9.
Another minus
Probably
1.
going to be a reroll.
Probably.
13. Now get a
One
high
more
one,
roll.
so you have to keep
I should probably write these down. It'll be easier for me to... Oh,
Nope,
yeah.
that's
Yeah,
correct.
this is a
That's
reroll.
another 6.
This is a reroll.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, so that was 12, 14, 8, 9, 13, 6.
That's definitely a reroll.
Two -1s and a -2 in there.
Yeah, yeah, so that's good. So let's scrap those.
Oh, nice.
Still.
That's a 10.
10.
fair.
Average.
Yeah. So 10 is just like the absolute baseline.
Oh, there's
Nice.
a 17.
Wow.
That's way better. Not so
Trash.
great.
A 6.
Fuck. What's
of
with
these
the
wrong?
6s?
No.
Literally every roll so far has had a 6.
12.
12.
Damn.
Dang.
Oh.
That's a 10.
This is pretty shitty.
2 more, I think, or 1 more.
1.
So you get an 18
Come
now.
on!
That's
alright.
good.
15.
So you got a 10, 17, 6, 12,
That's
10, and 15.
That's
I think that's interesting.
0.
Pass that to me. Let me just work it out.
0.
Sorry, I should write these down. In fact, I can write it down if you want, Kim, easier. So that's going to be, okay, what's that? 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, with the 2, it'd be a +4. So you can either take that second set, or you can take the standard array, which is just default in the player's handbook.
what is the standard?
Which is, I believe, it is a.
Nothing's a 6, that's for sure.
It's a
lowest is
15,
an 8.
14, 13, 12, 10, 8.
I'll take standard array then.
You can take the standard array. So it means
Right.
that you won't have it as high as the 17, but you also won't have a 6.
Okay.
That's
Standard
the worst I've
array.
ever rolled for
That's pretty
stats
bad.
ever.
That is
I think.
pretty bad.
It's
got 17 in there.
Yeah, you're right. 15,
on,
14, 13,
Okay.
12, 10, 8.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Oh,
Good,
I
Tom.
love getting added to group chats.
Oh, wow.
That's
Oh,
That's
7.
Not a Oh my god!
That's 9.
9.
Wow.
No, please just get really high stats now.
Okay, so that's
11.
10. No, yeah, 11. Here
Oh,
we go.
shit.
That's 18.
Oh my god, that's the top one.
I think I have to stick
That's
with this.
max. That's max. I'm not sure just yet.
We'll see.
Oh.
We'll see.
10.
10.
What's
These are,
happening
these
to
are
us?
awful.
Another
that's
18?
Another 18.
Yeah, you might have to stick with that one.
I might
you
have to
got
stick.
7, 9, 11, 18, 10,
Let
18.
me just have a quick look so I can add it up in my head. I can't do it just like purely in my head. So 4, 4, that's 8 from the two 18s.
Oh no.
Then -1, and then a 7 I think is maybe a -2.
No, it's not.
No.
No, it's -1 again, I think.
-1.
So you're literally on +6.
Yeah,
With
so it would
that.
be +6,
That's
yeah.
it. Is that like...
That's pretty good though. That's not
No, a
too
7
wow.
is a -2. A 7 is a -2.
Oh, so it's
So
plus
a 6.
5.
So it'd be +5. So
Do you want to keep that one?
you can re-roll. You're entitled to another re-roll, but
kind
two
of-
18s,
Pretty
man,
good.
I would keep this 100%.
I'm super tempted to keep it, yeah.
Yeah,
If I
it-
re-roll it, can I
No,
back
you have
away?
to.
Bear in
You
mind-
choose to keep this or you re-roll.
Oh, I see.
Bear in mind you can add stats, like depending
You'll
on
get your
race
racial bonuses and
like,
stuff.
Yeah, but I'm going to put the racial bonuses
On the 18s,
18s.
so you get 20s.
Because you're
Two 18s,
That's,
Thomas.
that's very specialist. to be
I'll
fair.
stick on that, yeah.
You're
You're
gonna
going to stick
stick?
with those ones.
I'll stick.
Good boy.
I kind of
That's
want to
what I
roll
like
with
to hear.
different dice.
These dice
You
are...
can't.
Two 18s.
Lots of garbage though.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, but think of it this
We've
way.
warmed them
Okay?
up now.
Okay, just before Kim rolls, think of one thing, right? It's very easy to be like, oh, I got a low stat, that sucks. Think of it as a way to represent character flaws, and remember that
Yeah.
mistakes and failures in D&D
Yeah.
aren't always a bad thing.
love a
Like they're
six,
about RP.
Well, like
I don't
Nova.
believe that.
Oh, fuck.
Nova has really low strength and wisdom,
Mm-hmm.
so she has -1 strength, -2 wisdom.
Yeah.
And the way I did that is she's smart, she's really intelligent and smart, but she
she's-
doesn't know anything about
and she's
the
super
world.
naive, and she's
Yeah.
like easily, gullible and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
I just took an arm off.
Wing
Easy.
as well.
Yeah.
Aarakocra's only racial thing is they fly.
All right, here we go, Kim. So
Ooh,
that is
that's a
a
good one.
14.
14, nice.
I'm too far away.
Here comes the best
Scoot in.
character in the game.
Oh,
That's a 15.
Yeah.
Come on.
14, 15
I'm
so
not letting
far.
myself get excited yet. Come here! Come here!
Too
lowest
short.
you can
Stand
get-
up if you have to.
So you can get as a 3.
That is a
That's pretty good.
15.
15.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're doing well.
Yeah, these are really good.
Don't
666.
Come on,
celebrate yet.
we need at least one low one.
You horrible people!
Yes!
That's such a big minus that it might
It
just
might
negate
cancel out.
all of the...
But I almost kind of want Kim to keep it. Because I know the character. 12.
12.
12.
That's another +1 though.
It is a plus
1, 2,
1.
3, 4, 5. One more.
So this is absolutely a house rule, by the way. The re-rolling thing is a house rule that I use. This is not in the book.
Oh,
7.
yeah! 7.
Okay, I don't think
7
this
and
is
a 4.
I
So
don't
that's a
think
-5. So I don't think you can possibly get it. So it'd be, so where's Kim? So 2, 2,
Keep it,
2,
Kim. Keep
6, 7, but -3 would make it,
The 14s and 15s are +3s, aren't they?
no, 15s is
No.
+2. 14 is +2, 15 is
Oh yeah,
+2.
10 is 0. Yeah,
Yeah.
my bad.
So 2, 2, 2, 6, 7, and then a 4 is a -3, brings it to a 4, and then a -2 from the 7, so it's a +2. So you can re-roll that if you want, or you can keep them.
I kind of like it. Like,
I mean, what would you?
A 4.
Something you put a 4 into. That's
Your
dumber than a
highest
goblin,
stat is a
isn't it?
15.
Like,
Yeah,
the
but if you add like
guess
racials,
what I'm
then
playing,
lots-
Tom?
Oh no way! That makes sense.
A goblin with
Well,
4
I'm just
charisma.
thinking of like the lowest stat a goblin has.
Well, nobody likes goblins, so.
That's true.
Oh, I don't know though.
It's up to you. You either choose to keep it or you re-roll.
I'm gonna risk it and re-roll.
Okay.
I'm gonna risk
so
it.
they're gonna go.
That 4 is just
Right, here we go.
devastating.
I want to see like loads of like
I'm gonna
negatives.
hate myself in a second.
Oh, you can just take the standard.
That's a 16.
Crazy good.
Yeah, I can
Yeah,
always
that's
go
the thing. Is
to
you can always take standard.
standard array.
Oh, fuck.
That's another
Jesus.
16.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
reroll.
Come on, at least a 6.
You've just gone from
Oh, okay.
There's a 10.
10.
like
That's
the
not
worst
bad.
character
10's
to the
easy,
absolute
10's
best
average.
character.
It's not a minus.
Stop talking, Tom.
Sorry. That's also pretty good.
15? Yeah, fucking
Yeah.
hell. These are crazy good. You are so lucky. Like, Katie's given you her character stat luck.
11.
Because Ayla rolled
2,
really
3,
good.
4,
Elora had
5.
good
Laura had
stats.
good stats, yeah.
That is a
Oh
15 again.
15. I'm gonna go with this, I think.
do you
So
reckon?
16, 16, 10, 15, 11, 15.
Amazing.
Those
Nothing
are
below
I
10.
think I'll keep that.
Yeah, that's kind of nuts. Well, those are the way the dice go.
So stats wise, I'm
That's
potentially
the way the dice go.
Easy worst.
Do you want
on
your,
numbers?
I
Yeah,
don't
we
know,
are
man.
again.
Like,
No, I've got standard array.
2 18s. Yeah, Katie's got standard array, which is like, standard array is like super average, basically.
What does a standard array add up to?
I believe
modifier-wise?
6, I believe.
Oh, okay, and I've got less than 6. That's fine.
It's not a bad thing, though.
It's not a bad thing.
like,
No,
you know.
it's not about numbers.
22.
Don't
First time
get
I've had to take
too
standard
into
array.
it.
Interesting.
Oh, it's
do
actually,
you
it's
want
only
your
plus
stats?
5 on the standard
Oh, okay,
array.
so it's
Yes,
same then.
please. I was going to keep them there for a sec. I haven't picked my race yet.
Okay.
Fine.
So, you guys have you recorded all your own stats and stuff, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wrote standard array.
Okay, so do you want to write it down now? Just make a note. It's 15, 14, 13, 12, 10, 8. And actually, because it does work out to a total of +5, not +6, and I was doing it on +6, make the 15 a 16. I did this for Lucius as well. Well, no, because I was saying that the cutoff point was a +6, and it makes sense that the standard array, like,
Reflects
you
the
have
same
a
thing.
+6,
Did
basically.
I get that as well?
No, because you chose to keep your stats.
Okay. Fair enough. I mean, that's fine. I'm happy with that.
Like, but yeah, like,
I'm not gonna like just.
Oh, well.
Screw it! I'm done.
yeah, because Katie's like,
I'd
her
love to see you
second
try
roll
and
was
flip
just
this
low
table.
enough as well. Cool. So,
It's a heavy table. I don't
so now you guys have got the stats. It is time to pick race. Let's do races first.
Okay.
So you have all the options in the player's handbook, but also Xanathar's Guide, Volo's Guide to Monsters, D&D Beyond have got them all and
so-
stuff like that.
Should
Xanathars.
we, if we're
Can I-
picking different specialties, should
There's
we?
no
Race is just race.
races
Race
in
won't
there.
really affect that.
Okay.
Yeah, I
classes.
don't have my Volos, but you should have it in your compendium on here, Katie.
I'm pretty
on
sure
D&D
it's
Beyond.
classes.
my
I think
race.
it's Volos has races.
Volos has races.
Yeah, that says classes.
Well, you've got a character pretty much already. Your character
Well,
sheet is
no, I
actually.
don't.
If you Volos
Basically
should be on
forward.
D&D Beyond.
I have insomnia.
So you can check
Fine.
that out. If you go into the app and go compendium. So what race are you thinking in, Chris? You just said you had an idea.
I'm a Lightfoot halfling.
You're going to be a halfling, Lightfoot halfling. It's a
Okay.
little tiny man. Are you going to be Tom Cruise? Because you're so small.
No.
Hey!
Got another idea.
Okay, so we got Lightfoot halfling. Kim,
I am going to be a goblin.
Goblin. Why did you pick Goblin? Because I know it's over one ability.
I just saw the word Fury of the Small.
Fury of the small.
And then I was just like, I'm home. I'm
Yeah,
home.
You're home. Do you have an idea, Thomas?
Yeah, I was thinking. I'm thinking about Goliath.
With those
They
stats,
have,
that's
uh,
going to be ridiculous.
They have Fury of the Small as well.
They have
Fury of the Tall.
Yeah, the tall.
So I'm thinking Goliath. And with some of these minuses,
That's
it's
going
going
to
to
be
be
pretty
pretty interesting.
Yeah.
But they get some big bonuses as well. +2 to strength and +1 to constitution.
So you can be a big boy.
So I can be the biggest
You
boy.
can be a big, big boy.
And I can't push anything above 20 anyway, can I?
Not to start with, no. You can't go above 20, I
Fair
don't
enough.
think.
That's fine. I can't do it anyway naturally. But
Yeah. I mean, you could if you took things like feats and stuff, but I don't think you're going to be able to with this
oh
character
wow, and
build.
with expertise as well.
Some skills you can be amazing in.
Oh
Okay,
my God, okay.
So once you pick your race, and Casey, I'm guessing you're still looking at what options and stuff, yeah?
I might go for tiefling.
Yeah?
Wow, okay.
I was thinking, when you said Volos, I was like, either Tiefling or Yuan Ti were the two ones I was thinking
A
of.
tiefling in Volo?
What?
A tiefling in
Tieflings
Volo?
aren't, no,
No.
but it's Yuan Ti is in
I just wanted
Volos.
to
Yeah,
have a look
tieflings
at
are in
what the
Player's
other ones
Handbook.
were.
Yeah.
Snake people.
It's like Triton.
What's Triton?
Triton is like merman.
Fish people.
It's like
Might be
Aquaman.
a fish person.
And then
They're very
Yuan
royal.
Ti are the snake people.
Like the
you
Yeah,
got
I
those
know. I
and
remember
stuff.
them very well, Mark.
Yeah. But you can be one.
Katie, Triton are mermaids.
Well, they're
They're mermaids!
like
Shut up.
Aquaman. Not really.
Mermaids.
I mean, I'd like to see a mermaid
Except they
stealth.
have legs.
Yeah. They have legs. Yeah. Okay, so you're thinking Tiefling.
I'm thinking
Sorry.
Sue, yes.
Okay, cool. So once you've picked your race, for those of you who aren't using D&D Beyond, just make a note of all of the racial abilities that it gets. Do you need a character sheet, Casey?
I've got
Or
one.
are you going to put it out? So make a note of all their racial abilities. Note their racial bonuses as well. So you'll apply those to your ability modifiers. So, when you come to decide, my strength is X or my con is Y, you might get a racial bonus from your particular race to add into. Then the next thing is to think about classes. So like I said, you must have at least one level of rogue. We're going to break the multi-classing. There is a thing where you have to have prerequisites. I think you have to have like a minimum of 13 decks. We're going to cancel that out and basically say you don't need to worry about that. So if you're using D&D Beyond and it won't let you, we'll probably make a physical sheet and then I can go in and fiddle around with it. For that, it's just we're basically going to assume that your roguish training has come, even though you might not be the quickest, you might be smart, or you might have been used for other purposes, so you're going to gain that. What matters is which class you pick first, because with multi-classing, your first class determines your proficiencies, your saving throws, a lot of other stuff. When you multi-class, you only gain a smaller selection of certain proficiencies. So that is important to note which one you're going to take first. So, any thoughts on classes?
Class directly ties in, for me at least, with the character itself.
Okay.
So I'd like to hear a round table
Okay.
of other people's ideas first.
Okay.
Kim, you know what you're playing, so...
Vigilante.
Yes. Are you going to go 3 Vigilante and 1
Yes.
Rogue? Okay. So you're going to play 3 Vigilante and 1 Rogue. Okay. So you're going to use the Vigilante as your first class, I take it.
Yes.
So you'll gain all the proficiencies noted, and the class
What are you
abilities.
specializing in?
So I am specializing in, I'm not sure if Mark's changed it, but Inventor? Have you,
yeah,
kept
technological
it as
might.
Technological might?
Yes.
Yeah,
Gonna
so
create things,
I'm
gadgets.
more of the gadget man rather
So-
than like a
yeah.
pure muscly, like
Yeah.
gadget.
scary.
So the Vigilante, there's 2 archetypes that I built it around, like that was inspired by other media and stuff like that. The technological might is your Batman, Iron Man, kind of uses gadgets and technology to, do things. And then the Vigilante is more like John Wick, the bride from Kill Bill, kind of all about being friggin'
Nightmare.
scary.
You literally call it nightmare tactics.
So it's all
Wow.
about being like really terrifying and scaring the crap out of your enemy.
But I
And
want
then
to
the
be a gadget
Vigilante's
person.
main abilities are all around marking targets as like, this is who I'm after. Kind of, it was very much like that scene from the Batman Begins, where they're in the containers and it's just like he keeps leaping out of the shadows and like grabbing people and like picking
Yeah.
people off. It's kind of all based around that kind of thing.
Damn.
And they have abilities where they can do extra damage against people that are like, prone or blinded and kind of taking advantage of enemies' weaknesses.
I think it's because like originally I wanted to be, I think in Mordenkainen's it has alchemist gnome or something like that, but it was talking about gnomes and subsets, and one of them was an alchemist, and I was like, that sounds perfect because I want to like make fire bombs and like just set things on
There's
fire.
no actual class.
But
to
it's
do
not,
that.
yeah, it's not an actual class. So this was the closest I could get with
Yeah.
was with Mark's.
Well, the only other way of
program.
doing it that we discussed was maybe being a wizard and then reflavoring spells to be gadgets, but
Yeah.
that
Didn't
is
really want
kind
to be
of
a
like
wizard.
very...
The other idea was wild magic, but
Yeah.
I was like,
But this was an actual like building bombs and
Yeah.
building, alchemy and stuff like that.
flamethrowers.
So you're going to go Vigilante and then 1 level of Rogue.
Yes.
Any other ideas?
I mean, Goliath, kind of, he's going to be the big bruiser guy, isn't he?
Full rogue.
Full rogue, yeah.
Sure, you
super
could do that.
I can't really see a Goliath being particularly roguey, but I can see him being
But think about...
barbarian-y.
So here's
but
the
then
thing
at the
about
same
rogues.
time,
Here's the thing about rogues. Everybody has this archetype of what a rogue is.
Yeah.
They think sneaky, thief, in black leather armor, sneaking around. There is nothing actually in the class which says that's how you have to play it.
Yeah.
A rogue is simply somebody who uses criminal and underhand tactics to achieve what they want. you can play a bruiser thug that like literally mugs people and is like, give me your money or I punch your teeth in.
Yeah.
You can play it that way.
Well,
or you can mix it up.
I was almost thinking 3 levels of rogue, 1 level of barbarian. Barbarian.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think how I would tie that into like who he actually is. Or...
So you could do that along the lines of like maybe he started off as a barbarian,
Right.
and like where he was raised in the mountains or wherever he comes from, he was raised to be this tribal warrior, and then something happened to him, and that's up to you what that is, where he got taken to the city and he's had to learn this kind of like other lifestyle where he can't just go around and like cut people in half. He's had to learn to be a bit sneakier or a bit more clever about how he does things. Or maybe he got picked up by like a guild.
Maybe too clever.
Well, that's fine. Or
I think that's where the 7's going.
Yeah, well, maybe in that case then he's not necessarily about the cleverness. Maybe like a guild were like, you're a big lad, come and work for me. I'll make sure you don't go hungry. You get all the gold you want. And I'll teach you a few things. And that whoever that guild leader or whoever that group is, maybe it was the Harpers. Maybe they're like, we need strong people, and they've taught you how to like, improve at certain skills. They've taught you how to like do things like be cunning, because cunning isn't always about intelligence. Cunning can be about like how you move around in a fight and stuff,
things like that.
where to strike opponents, that sort of thing. So you could definitely go that way as well. You could do it like that way, or you could go 3 barb and 1 rogue, or 2 rogue and 2 barbarian.
Yeah, I just need to look at the archetypes for whether that's what I want to go for.
Yeah.
In either of them.
Yeah, well, have a look at the rogue archetypes, because there's quite a few different ones in there.
Yeah, I'm going with Arcane Trickster.
Yeah. I would imagine something like Scout, which is more sort of like patrolling around and kind of doing that stuff. Or maybe you could almost work like an assassin would kind of work, but it's not really like, I'm a dark assassin. It's the breaks into the pub, grabs the guy, snaps his neck, throws him through a window kind of assassin.
And then just walks out, a load of people hanging from his legs.
Yeah, and it's just like, what, you can't stop me. It's like more of like a Terminator, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, you can't stop him. Dun 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 dun. Where's Sarah Connor?
What if I went with like Swashbuckler?
Yeah.
Right? But he's like an ex-boxer.
Yeah,
So
that
he's
would
like
work. So
light
it's
on
kind
his
of like,
feet and like really quick.
Nimble.
the old Dempsey roll, like,
But then
bam.
1 punch to the face and he'll start raging and then just tears him to bits.
Yeah, that works amazing. I think that would be super cool.
Nice.
There's
That's a good
like
idea.
Drunken Monk as well, but I think that's not as powerful.
That'd be monk.
Yeah.
Oh, instead of barbarian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, because have you ever
monk
seen
could be
like
cool.
kung fu movies with drunken monk style, like drunken
Oh.
kung fu style?
I've
I
played
see what
the guy in
I think
Dead or
Chris
Alive.
Trott might be leaning in that direction based on his noises.
Ah.
Okay.
You do what you want, Tom.
I'm really liking that sort of boxer
Okay.
thing.
Yeah.
Because I guess
Swashbuckler.
in terms of the specialty that I had to think, because you've got the gadgets and stuff, and I'll just be the guy that
muscle.
if things go wrong.
Well, you could take things like intimidate, and although you might have a low charisma, if you have expertise in it, it could boost it up, and then you're just like do what we tell you or I smash your face.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And if he's a boxer, he could have taken way too many hits to the head.
Yeah.
And every punch reduced his intelligence score by
be.
1.
Got a little bit of a
Down to 7.
concussion. Topical.
that would work quite well.
Nice,
Grog
okay.
Grog Strong Jaw Jim. I got that was really
Put it
hard.
down.
Grog
Put
Strong
it down.
Jaw Jim.
Walk away from
I
it.
said it. I just said it. Grog Strong Jaw Jim.
Fantastic.
I said that right.
Round of applause.
Katie, what are you thinking?
I am thinking of maybe trying Gunslinger.
Okay. So you go 3 fighter and then 1 rogue.
Nice.
Yes.
And are you kind of like a Western gunslinger with like 6 shooters? Or do you want to go for
No,
the
like
more,
sniper.
you want to go for like a
type.
more sniper,
Snipper Ripper.
a widowmaker,
Nice.
Or an Anna.
or an Anna? Yeah.
I think.
Well,
yeah,
Anna's
I think
like,
I, wanna
I
do,
shoot
like,
with heel.
Long distance.
Long
like,
distance
snipe,
shooting.
snipe.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that would work
Someone's
perfectly.
not getting healed in his next game.
I just said who plays Anna. All right, next.
I love Anna.
I don't.
Shut up. Anyway,
Brigadier.
so that would be
Other
3
game?
fighter and then 1 rogue. To give you the gunslinger archetype, which would unlock that. Okay, well, it sounds like everybody. And then what, Chris Trott? I mean, you kind of hinted at what you wanted to play. So.
Well,
or have you
say
changed
that.
it now?
I'm going to be a monk bard rogue.
Monk, Bard,
What?
Rogue,
Oh my
3
God.
classes.
The reason for this is I'm thinking I'm going to be a really old halfling that
Okay.
just is really good at what he used to do, but he's a little bit past it now, and his bardic inspiration is him literally just giving the pep talk at the start.
Okay.
So it's like getting everyone into gear. The glue that
Yeah,
keeps
like
everybody together.
the bard is kind of almost like the little element of
Do it, guys.
kindly.
He's gonna have this voice.
Great. It's going to be really hard to hear on the stream.
Yeah.
I'll do it a bit louder. He's gonna have this voice, and then the monk is that she's quite nimble
Okay.
and dexterous, so we can go through air ducts. And
So
things
he's
like
kind of
that.
like the acrobat mixed in with the face kind of thing, like
Yeah.
he's kind of like the agile face speaker kind of thing.
We go for a woman.
That could be a woman too, the same voice.
Exactly.
I'll be an old lady.
Yeah.
Sure.
Smoke 40 a day.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
It's up to you what you want to
You
do.
just remember, Joey, it's Estelle.
Joey!
Okay.
So monk bard, rogue.
Okay, monk, bard, rogue. Wasn't expecting a triple class, but sure.
Also, I might go for the drunken monk, and she's got an alcoholic problem.
I think you won't get that till level 3 monk, so
You don't get drunk until level 3.
I'll build on my alcoholism.
and then build up to being a drunken monk.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
As the campaign goes on, and we
campaign
just start
goes on.
failing
I'll
missions
be
more
2
and more.
monk, so that my next level will be in
Okay.
drunk.
Okay, so you
start
can
with
start adding in your class abilities, but the other thing is we need to work out your starting hit points and things. So that depends on which class you're taking first.
Gunslinger. Well,
So fighter, yeah. So you're going to take fighter first. So you'll get all the fighter proficiencies based from Player's Handbook, and you'll have a D10 for your starting hit points.
And
Well, I suppose actually you need to assign your ability scores. What is everybody going to assign their ability scores
so
to?
what's best to?
And
I'm
then add
really
your
bad
racial
at
traits.
knowing which.
So for the fight, if you want to be a
abilities
gunslinger fighter,
Yeah.
dexterity number 1 because that's obviously for ranged attacks.
Yep.
Then you probably want to have. I think they use wisdom for their grit
for
points,
grit.
and then probably constitution after that. So you have
Cool.
some hit points.
Okay.
And then everything else you can build around the rest of the character. I'd
Dex
recommend.
wisdom.
Oh
Take the
no.
Marco.
So the thing with you, Tom, is you might initially think I have to have a good dexterity to be a rogue. You don't because
no.
it's only you have to use a finesse weapon to get sneak attack. It doesn't say you have to use dexterity. You just have to use a finesse weapon. So
okay.
you know if you wanted to
mean,
use unarmed strikes,
I don't think he's going to need a finesse weapon. I think he's just going to use.
well those
A and
are
B.
finesse weapons.
Oh, are they?
Unarmed strikes count as finesse weapons.
Okay.
So you can.
But if
I will
I-
let you use sneak attacks with them.
So if I'd only get the proficiency with finesse weapons if I take rogue first, wouldn't I?
No. Finesse weapons is just a type of weapon that you can
Oh,
use.
okay.
So all weapons either are finesse or not, basically. But your rogue might give you access to different weapons than a barbarian does. I think barbarian gives you all martial weapons, so you pretty much have access to any weapon you want.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I think I'm
but
going to
unarmed
take
strikes, the only thing with unarmed strikes is you are not a monk or trained in it, so you won't do that much damage with them.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
Okay. Well, I think I'm going to take barbarian first anyway.
Yeah. But even though you might have been a boxer, but that doesn't mean you have to fight with fists. Like if you are worried that you're not going to do a lot of
Yeah, but
damage,
I'll,
you can use clubs, you can use daggers, you can use they could be punching daggers,
He'll
they could
scavenge.
be whatever, or like
Yeah.
big cleavers. You could have like butcher cleavers that you use.
He'll just hit people with pieces of people that he's just hit.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
An ear.
Just
Yeah.
so you,
An elbow.
I just want you to know that means that you won't do that much damage. But that, if you're okay with it, then that's fine.
Well, I've just found the what path is it? Path of the berserker,
Yeah.
which gives him from 3rd level. You can frenzy when you rage,
Means you can make an extra attack.
and you can as a bonus action, but you get exhaustion as
Yeah.
a result of it, which is pretty bad. But like,
Pretty you?
yeah, I mean, I feel like by the end of the campaign, it's just going to be exhausted and so tired, but still punching.
But still
people.
fighting and
Yeah.
biting.
Okay.
Fighting, biting.
Kicking.
Something else that rhymes with fighting and biting, and then a 4th thing that also rhymes with that.
Chitin.
Kiting, fighting, biting, kiting, and
Smiting.
smiting.
There you go. Okay, so you're going to go 3 barbarian and then 1 rogue.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I'm going to read the swashbuckler thing.
Yeah,
as
I think
well.
swashbuckler. I like swashbuckler. I think that's for me like the frenzy barbarian is like a really classic kind of barbarian trope. But I kind of like the idea of this swashbuckler that it's like a boxer. I kind of
Yeah.
like that. I like that a lot. Okay, cool.
I'll have a
So you guys are writing out your class abilities, adding in like any bonuses. You've assigned ability scores. You've added all your racial benefits, right?
I'm working on that a bit
Working
now.
on it. Takes
So-
a while.
That's all right. Well, if you've got questions.
Quick question.
Yes.
So for Vigilante, your quick build suggests Strength or Dex is your highest ability scored,
Yep.
depending on whether or not you want to focus on melee weapons or archery. And then second highest should be intelligence. So I chose for my guy a longsword, a great club, which I think is the one simple melee weapon instead of a crossbow, because what am I going to do with a crossbow, honestly?
Okay.
And daggers.
Okay.
So should I pour into strength or dex?
Well,
then
so
to
those are all
combat?
strength weapons. They're
Okay.
not finesse weapons because the thing with Dex is it allows you to use other. It allows you to use finesse weapons, which allow you to use Dex instead of strength. So vigilantes are proficient in simple weapons: long swords, rapiers, scimitars, short swords, tridents, whips, hand crossbows, longbows, and nets. So if you wanted to be somebody who is in close in melee with a club, then yes, you want to be using strength because it's a two-handed weapon, basically.
Well, I figured he's like a gadgets guy, kind of like. So the two simple weapons I chose from your list of simple weapons, I don't know if you want to explain that in a second, but I went for a bright light explosive and flame projector.
Oh, the gadgets, not simple weapons, but they're simple
Yeah.
devices. Yeah. So the archetype you've chosen, basically, you get to pick gadgets that you can build, and then during rests they replenish. They basically become like used per short rest kind of abilities. The thing with those is obviously they are limited. So you can't constantly use them in a fight.
Yeah.
It's like you use them once and then they have to.
Is it like
you
a
don't get them
spell,
back.
a spell slot almost?
Basically, it's kind of like or more like a key point as well. Like you get
Yeah.
them back after a short rest, but
Okay.
you only have like 2 of them.
Yeah.
So once you've used 2, you're out. So you're probably going to want to use weapons. Vigilantes also have an ability called a signature weapon, which is kind of
Yeah.
like the idea of like, you know how like Zorro had his rapier, Batman has his batarangs, the Punisher has his gun or whatever. The vigilante in this is you pick 2 weapons, a melee weapon and a ranged weapon, and those are your signature weapons. Those are what you're kind of known for using.
Okay.
So yours could be the great club, and it could be this like club that you've like added stuff to and you've painted or customized, and that could be one of your signature weapons.
Could I have a hammer and
Or like-
retexture it like a great club, but it's a hammer in visual as visual? I don't know. I just picture my guy as a real tinkerer and a workshop kind
You
of
can
guy.
have a light hammer,
So he'd have
but
like
it wouldn't be like a big two-handed.
No, I
hammer
mean like a
Ava's.
hammer that you.
Well, that's a simple weapon. It's called a
bang
light
nails
hammer.
in.
Yeah, it's called a light hammer.
Like yeah.
But a great club is like a big two-handed, like a
A crowbar.
I'd say a crowbar is more like a club
Okay.
rather than a great club. A great club is like, in the cartoons you see like Captain
Yeah.
Caveman with his big two-handed like piece of wood. It's
Okay.
a two-handed like wham, like a baseball bat.
I don't know what to go for then. There's too many weapons. Not enough time.
Just pick a weapon what you think suits him.
Okay,
So you either go for like a one-handed weapon, and then you could in theory have like a hand crossbow and a hand weapon, or 2 hand weapons. You could dual wield. You could have 2 hammers.
Can I dual wield a
Yeah,
hammer
anybody
and
can
a
dual wield.
crowbar?
Yeah. So that would be a club and a light hammer, basically.
Yes.
Yeah. You're proficient in simple weapons, but you'd want strength for those. They're not finesse weapons.
Okay, yeah, because he does actually have a crowbar in his equipment.
Sure. I'd say a crowbar counts as a club.
Yeah. Okay.
'Cause it's if
So-
you hit someone with a crowbar, they're going to know about it.
So shall I take out the great club and replace with dual wielding?
Yeah, well,
crowbar?
so you'd put them as 2 separate weapons because your offhand one, you won't add your strength modifier to the damage.
Okay.
So it's like the penalty for using 2 weapons, basically.
Okay.
So you'd have light hammer and crowbar/club as your 2 weapons,
Okay.
and they both use strength.
What do you have? A crossbow.
No.
A hammer,
How much you just don't listen?
I wasn't
hammer,
listening.
and a crowbar,
Nice.
which is a club reskinned
Yeah.
as a crowbar, and then 2 daggers. Yeah, and
Yeah. You're
And
jumping
then-
ahead, Kim, but sure, we can go with
Sorry.
equipment. That's fine.
it says right here under
I
equipment.
know because you're rushing ahead because you've already done all your skills
Okay.
and stuff. That's
What about
why.
a longsword? Does that count, or is that?
I mean, a
have I
longsword is
replaced-
a longsword. It's
Have I
Lord of
technically
the
re-
Rings. You can use it. You're proficient with it.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's very fitting to the character
No,
you're
I don't think it
describing,
is
so
either.
don't take it.
So if we say hammer in one hand, crowbar in the other, and daggers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, what was that?
Thank you for that sound effect.
But just remember that whichever weapon you have in your offhand, you don't add your strength modifier to the damage.
Yes.
So you still add it to the attack bonus. So your attack bonus would be proficiency bonus plus strength modifier.
Okay.
So you'd have that. But then your offhand would just do the weapons damage type. So I would I think like a club is a D6 and a light hammer is a D4. Maybe it's a D6 as well. But it would just do that. It wouldn't do D6 plus strength.
Okay.
I think I've messed up somehow.
Why?
So I've put my dexterity as 11, and I don't meet the prerequisites to become a rogue.
Do you remember what I said about that, Tom Hazel?
No.
Nobody listens to me. Nobody listens to me. I said we're going to break that and allow people to ignore that, but it means you probably can't make it on D&D Beyond, because I'll have to fiddle around with it.
Fine.
So I'd recommend putting it into a character sheet.
Okay.
It is possible with D&D Beyond, but I've got to go in and fiddle around with it, and we've got to add the characters to a campaign and stuff, so
That's cool.
we'll just do that at a later date if you want to use D&D Beyond. But yeah, it just means that I'm going to ignore that. You must have a dexterity of 13, because I'm the one that's saying you have to have a level of rogue.
Well, they're both
Fair
1d4.
Yep.
Can I go back to my club?
Yeah, just remember it's a two-handed, like more of a baseball bat.
Can it be a baseball bat?
Sure. I mean, there is no such thing as baseball, so it is just a big club. I'm saying in terms of like size and how you wield it, it would be like a baseball bat.
Yeah, I might just go back for my two-handed 1d8
What you can do,
great
Tom,
club.
Yep.
1d4? What am I going to do with that? Oh, I tickle you.
what you can do, if you want to override it, is change the stat of Dex to meet the requisite, but then do an other modifier to bring it back down.
You could do that's a way of doing it, but for now it's probably easier just to do it on the character sheet.
Okay.
It's probably easier just to do it on the character
Oh, I
sheet.
can't decide where to put my stats now.
And then hit points workout, Kim. Vigilante is a D10 for hit dice. So at first level you get 10 plus con mod, and then every level after that, as we are going to do fixed hit points, it's 6 plus constitution modifier.
Okay. Okay.
Give you fixed hit points, so there's no rolling ones. for
This
hit
is the
points.
fun bit now, like trying to maneuver which stats where.
Yeah, and skills and everything
Yeah,
else.
so I get +2 dex and
being a
plus
goblin.
1 con for being a goblin. And then you have said in your vigilante notes that dexterity and intelligence are the well.
They're it's the two primary
strength,
stats.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for
Strength
you,
or dex.
I would say strength or dex.
Strength, yeah.
The thing with dex is that will also boost your armor class, but obviously strength, if you want to use a great club, that's the primary attack.
Yeah, that'll be the one.
But it will also mean that you're better at things like climbing and jumping and stuff like that.
So given that you've like seen a bit of my character, what do you think his lowest stat should be? So
Charisma.
10 and 11.
You're a burnt up, scarred, horrid goblin. I think charisma would probably make sense.
But what's her
charisma and
character?
probably wisdom? I would say charisma and wisdom.
Da.
Wow.
Wow.
Charisma
wait.
and wisdom would probably be your lowest too, because he's probably a bit scatty-brained. Like,
Oh, he's a total dreamer.
yeah. So
He's out
wisdom
there.
again. Wisdom would be the other lowest stat.
Level 4, we get an ability score improved.
Only if you take it all in one class.
Yeah, because we're level 4. we
Because
have to
you're
take
splitting
one
them.
through.
But when you level up, you can level up to level 4 in your class.
Okay, I've got my tiefling things, which is intelligence +1, charisma +2. So I put
Tieflings
them
are
in.
first.
Okay. So what are your stats looking like?
That.
So for KTs, we've got strength of 10, makes sense. Dex of 16, constitution 13, intelligence 13, wisdom 14, charisma 10. That seems perfect. like
Yay,
a
I
good
did
character.
a thing. I did it right. Yeah, so I've chosen 2 proficiencies for,
From fighter.
yeah, I think it's from fighter.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yes. There's nothing else I don't think that I need to.
So with fighter, I think you get all of your, like all weapons, all armor, shields, but I'm guessing you're not going to use one of those. Your
Okay.
saving throws are strength and constitution, so you can mark those off as the ones you're proficient in.
I found another way around it, Tom.
I put it up to 14.
13, add of the classes, then put it back down.
Yeah.
And it doesn't
Oh, does it work?
Doesn't matter.
There you go. So you can just
You
like,
can override
you
it.
can override it by doing it that. Did you have to do the same thing?
Yeah, did the same
So
thing.
you don't have a high dex, even though you're a monk.
Wisdom was required for the other.
Yeah, wisdom is required for monk, but obviously their attacks and stuff use.
No, I mean for bard and
Oh,
for
I see. Okay.
rogue.
So why the
They
bard?
needed a 13. Bard is
That
Pep
makes
talks.
sense.
Oh, okay.
He knows his stuff and he knows how to keep a group
So
together.
are you like an old group
It
leader?
is a he, too. I'm going to stick with a he.
Okay.
I feel more comfortable.
That's fine. I'm just throwing it out there.
Thank you.
So,
What?
because of your search, I'm almost tempted to just like rub out this
No.
15 charisma and be like,
No.
no, 8.
You
get
leave
an 8.
him.
No, I'm tempted to.
He's charming.
No.
And is like the underdog. You want to take him home and
You've
give
got
him
2
a
good
life.
stats, Kim. I'm sorry.
I rolled them honestly. I come before you, an honest lady who
strength-
rolled in front of all of you.
My strength is a 6.
That makes sense.
My
What do you
What
think?
are you asking me to check?
Do you think that's all right? The
As
way
in
you have
the
assigned it?
placements. Yeah, I guess like the way you have to play it off with the charisma is like.
Well, I think
He
he's
has to be-
intimidating.
Yeah, I think that's probably the way we play it. Like,
Yeah.
it's not necessarily that he's charismatic or
No, no,
charming.
no.
It's more that people like that fucking goblin is crazy.
Yeah.
Don't mess with him.
Yeah, just do it.
It's
just
like
do what he
Joker
says.
charisma,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Like,
That's what I mean.
He's not actually charming.
That's absolutely how I
Yeah,
mean to
okay.
play him.
Yeah,
Just
that's fine.
And
Right.
also, he probably smells a bit, so like you just want to do what he says, so you can just get far away from
Okay.
him.
Yeah, sure. But it's also charisma is strength of personality as well.
Yeah.
So I guess like the
He's
fact
got a
that like
strong personality.
that
I could
works.
read out my bump that I wrote if you want.
that's
No? Okay, fine.
So next, pick out your skills. Do all of that. So vigilante will give you some skills. Pick those out.
Skills? What?
Yeah, proficiency in skills.
I'm trying to think.
Tiefling
A
doesn't give you any,
second.
does it?
Doesn't give you any skills, I don't think. You get the tiefling magic instead, and
You get a lot of proficiencies
Dark
with
vision and stuff.
multiclassing.
Yeah, you will. I'm just trying to think what the second one will be.
Oh,
I've got
shit, yeah.
intimidation.
Oh,
and
yeah.
barbarian.
As well.
Well, so what happens is when you roll to class into rogue, I think it gives you. I'm gonna jump to multi-classing.
Yeah.
Rogue gives you proficiency in saving throws, dex, and intelligence.
No, you don't get saving throw proficiencies from multi-classing.
Fine. What
So
about
with
just the
rogue,
skills?
you get light armor, one skill from the class skill list, and thieves tools proficiency.
One
So,
skill
so
from
you
the-
get one
From the
skill from
rogue.
rogue class list. Yeah. So look up rogue.
From rogue skills that you would
Okay,
get.
so out of the acrobatics, athletics,
pick
deception,
one.
blah, blah, you pick one.
Yes,
Okay.
and then
Instead of-
vigilante will tell you that you can. You choose 2 skills from acrobatics, athletics. Oh no, sorry. Choose 2 from acrobatics, athletics, insight, intimidate, perception, stealth, and survival, and 1 intelligence-based skill of your choice.
Okay.
So that's what vigilante
2,
says.
3, 4, 5.
So the way it works, like to explain this, because like Kim's jumping all over the place and everybody's working on stuff, it's confusing me.
You said to
When
go
you-
on the proficiencies next.
Yeah,
so yeah.
but I had like an order, Kim, and you've ruined the order
How?
because you jumped all over the place.
You said do proficiencies. I'm doing proficiencies.
So once you go through it, you do hit dice, which is depending on your class. So which ones did you pick first? So
Okay.
you pick fighter.
Oh, so it's not fixed.
It is fixed, yes.
It's fixed
Okay.
on the first
But the
class you
first
choose.
level, and then it changes afterwards. That's why I want to go through it, Tom.
Okay, yep,
what did
sure.
you pick first?
I picked barbarian first.
Right, so you get 12 plus con modifier.
Okay.
And then did you take more levels in barbarian or did you take more levels in rogue?
Hang on, sorry. 12 plus con. So that's
Plus con modifier.
plus 4. Cool.
So that's 16 hit points at level 1. And then how did you take the rest of your class levels?
Then there's 3 levels in rogue.
3 levels in rogue. So for each level in rogue, the rogue will have a set hit dice amount. So I think it's a D8.
It is.
So I think, what does that average to? I think that's 5.
Averages to 8.
Shut up. Averaging
Depends
to,
who's rolling it.
averaging to 8. Shut your balls. So it's 5. So for every
Long shot.
rogue level,
Yeah.
it's 5 plus con mod.
Okay. Okay. Wow,
And
so
that-
9 every level.
Not for you, yeah, because you have a plus 4 con.
Oof.
So you gain 9 times 3 is 18, 27,
27.
plus,
Plus 16.
So 37, 43.
I'm lost.
27 plus 16, 37, 43. Yeah, it's 43.
43, yeah.
So you have 43 total hit points for level 4.
Is that a lot?
Yes, that seems quite a lot. Katie, how did you do your levels? So it's 3 levels in fighter and 1 in rogue, right?
Fight, rogue.
Okay, so your first level hit points is 10 plus con mod, so 11, and then after that you would get you'd
7
get
per level, I think.
6 for the 2 fighter levels. 7 because you're con mod, so that'd be another 14, and then another 6 from the level in rogue.
20.
So 6, just 6 from the rogue.
Yeah, because it's averaged to 5 plus con mod.
31.
31. So you have 31 total hit points. Right, Kim on hit points, you went 3 vigilante and 1 rogue, right? Mm-hmm. So it will be, first level is 10 plus con mod. What's your con modifier?
3.
3, so 13.
Mm-hmm.
Then the two vigilante levels after that would be,
It's 1d10 plus con or 7. I've written that down. I don't know where I've written it down from.
I don't know.
Yeah, there.
That could be wrong. I think it's 6 for the average.
Okay.
D10. Yeah, 6. So it'd be 6 plus 3.
Okay.
So it's
then
9. So 2 9s, 18. Yours wouldn't be 9. Oh no, because you took rogue levels. Yeah, no, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
So
Yours.
sorry.
So it was
So-
10 plus con modifier for first level.
13.
And then after that, it's 9 for each vigilante level. So 2 9s.
Sorry, how is it 9 for a vigilante?
Because
level?
it's the average for a D10 is 6 plus your constitution modifier. We're taking
okay.
fixed hit points.
Yeah. Okay. So 13 plus 9 is 22.
Plus another 9
Plus 9.
for the third vigilante level. And now for the rogue level, it's 5 plus con mod, so it'd be plus 8.
Plus 8. 39.
39. So you have 39.
Mine's good.
You're all good.
Monk.
D8.
Yeah.
So 8 plus
Plus
con
0.
mod. So 8.
8. Second level. Plus 5. 13. Bard. 5. Rogue. 5.
There we go.
So what's
So
it?
23.
So nice.
23.
Yeah.
And D&D Beyond actually did that, so that's
Yeah, it did say 43 on mine as well. So you've got how much?
if you choose
39.
fixed.
39,
23.
like 10. You've got
31.
31, I've got
Ouch.
43. Okay, cool.
What did you get?
43.
What was that again?
43.
Sorry, you just wanted to see where you were in the stats of everybody. Like,
No, I did. Well, I also.
got the most hit points.
No, I actually I could have taken more in Barbarian. And what's the average for it being
Me,
12?
all of campaign 1.
It would be, 7 or 8, I think.
So I would have had plus 12 every level.
Silly.
So, once
enough.
HP's been done,
Yep.
you write down your proficiencies. So your first class gives you your base proficiencies.
Yep.
So fighter will give you whatever the fighter's proficiencies are, barbarian will give you whatever proficiencies those are,
Yeah.
and it will tell you which skills to pick. If you're doing it in D&D Beyond, it adds it all up pretty much for you.
Yeah.
Kim, you go through the vigilante ones, which is you get the weapon, you get light armor, medium armor, the weapons. Your 2 saving throws that you're proficient in are dexterity and intelligence, and then you choose 2 from the skill list and then 1 intelligence-based skill. So it should have it all there on the sheet that we've printed out.
Yep.
And then for your rogue level, each of you picks 1 skill from the rogue class list, and you gain proficiency in thieves' tools. So you're all proficient in thieves' tools.
Tasty.
Yes.
Right.
What do you think should be my second proficiency? I've got intimidation as 1, because let's be real. The second one, I've got a choice between nature, perception, survival, and I kind of want to take animal handling.
I love rabbits.
Is this for your expertise or just skill proficiency?
This
in
is
general?
a second barbarian skill.
Okay,
Just
cool.
got an idea of your guy holding a tiny gerbil.
Yeah, I
and the
don't know.
gerbil's just like,
There's something about
A
that.
big softie.
yeah. I think you're Lenny from Of Mice and Men.
Wow, that ended well.
It's alright, I'll just take
I
that back
took
and shoot you.
perception and history.
Perception and history.
And then for my
I got a bit
expertise,
history.
I took intimidation and athletics.
Losing stuff all the time.
1, 2, 3, 4,
What did
5.
I take for history?
I thought I brought it in with me. Where's my stuff?
Where's my list of things? Back together.
There we go. So then going through the class stuff, after you've done proficiencies, you note down any class abilities. So you go through your class abilities, just list those out, pick those as you need to. You'll also pick spells. If you're doing D&D Beyond, you can switch over to the other tab to pick your spells. Once you've done that, you need to pick a background as well, because this will give you some more skill proficiencies and tool proficiencies.
Oh, yes.
So
I'm not sure what kind of stuff I need to do for my class.
that's
Oh,
fine.
it's fighter.
Yeah.
Before we jump into...
So I think for you, it's like you choose fighting style, you get action
Yeah.
surge, second wind, and then the gunslinger stuff at third level.
Before we jump into
Fighters.
backgrounds, can I just ask about this ability I have? It's called Rakish Audacity.
Mm-hmm.
Starting at third level, your confidence propels you into battle.
Okay.
Sure. You can give yourself a bonus to your initiative equal to your charisma, -1. So would I take -1 away as a result of Rakish Audacity? Okay. But I also gain an additional way
No,
to use my
+1.
sneak attack.
Yes.
So I don't need advantage on the attack roll to use my sneak attack against a creature if I'm within 5 feet of it. No other creatures are within 5 feet of you, and you don't have disadvantage on the attack roll.
Yes. You want me to explain that?
A little bit.
So
I'm
the
a
way
little
that this
bit like-
works is normally sneak attack, you have to have an ally within 5 feet,
Okay.
or have advantage on the attack roll. Rakish Audacity means you can fight somebody without anybody around you, and in fact you kind of have to be one-on-one, and if you hit, you still get sneak attack.
So I'm going to get sneak attack on every hit.
As long as there is not another creature within 5 feet. If somebody moves next to you, then no, you would, because then a creature's next to you, so sneak attack still goes off. So yeah, basically, as long as you don't have disadvantage, you get sneak attack on every attack. But you only get it once per turn. Don't forget this.
Oh no, it says.
Yeah, you get it once per turn, not on
And
multiple
you
attacks.
don't have disadvantage on the attack roll.
Yes.
Oh, I see. Oh, I see now.
Right.
Okay.
So sneak attack is you basically, if you had 3 attacks, you only get sneak attack on one of those attacks. You can't then do sneak attack again.
Okay.
The slight difference to this is if there is ever an ability that lets you make an attack, like say as in a reaction, or somebody gives you an extra attack or something like that, you can make it as part of that because it's on your turn. It's only once per turn. So
Okay.
if it goes to somebody else's turn, and let's say there's an ability where they can say, "Hey, you big guy, make another attack," you could sneak attack again.
Damn, I'm going to sneak attack like crazy.
Does anybody have any questions about any of their class abilities?
No, sir.
You're good. You're pro.
Class abilities, as in
Like vigilante
the-
abilities or rogue abilities. So don't forget to add your rogue abilities as well, because you have the first level in rogue.
So it's sneak attack, expertise, and thieves' cant.
Yes. So expertise is you pick 2 skills you are proficient in, and you double your proficiency bonus for them. Now, one thing with multi-classing is proficiency bonus is worked out at your highest level. So you are treated as a 4th level character for the purposes of the proficiency bonus, which I believe is still +2. But if you level up, it will go up to +3.
So +2 proficiency bonus for now.
I believe
And
so.
then you boost your so you double.
On your
2.
expertise skills, yes.
And so do you just pick 2 skills and then
That you are proficient
that's permanent?
in. Yes,
and then
that
that's
you are
like, okay.
proficient in.
Well, intimidation's going to be one of those.
I got my spells.
Like I said, don't forget to just check with each other, because you might not necessarily want to overlap on
I've got
your expertises.
Oh yeah. So
that's
expertise, I've put perception and stealth.
That makes sense for a snipier type.
I'm thinking deception and intimidation.
Yeah, thinking. Really good shout.
Because if we're going for a Joker type character, just like, you know.
So
Well,
this is
deception is more lying
I'm going to lie
and
to you.
stuff.
Yeah, I'm going to lie
Okay,
about
you
loads of
want
stuff.
to okay.
So this is the expertise from Rogue. Intimidation and athletics is what I picked.
Okay.
Yeah, because I guess intimidation is what? Oh, it's charisma. Oh.
But there is, so Mercy uses a rule where, which I kind of it makes sense to me, in that if you are trying to physically bully somebody, I might let you use strength instead.
Okay.
Because it kind of makes sense, like, you know, if you like your physical side, or I'll give you a
Would he get
bonus.
expertise on that though?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Okay.
If that's what he's being an expert in, like he's an expert in physically intimidating people, I think I'd probably still allow it.
Okay.
But yeah, the other thing is to think about is like maybe your guy isn't, maybe you don't want him to be intimidating because he's like quite quiet and he doesn't speak very well. Like it's kind of hard to intimidate people if you're like that. Maybe you want to go
Yeah, but I
with,
think
like,
he would just have a natural like intimidation of like if a Goliath walks into a room and he's just like,
as a natural.
oh. Even if he doesn't really say or do anything, he is just naturally like him just being there is like,
Okay.
Scary.
well. So yeah, can I have passive intimidation?
No,
Bullshit.
that's not a thing.
I think it should.
Well, you're lucky that I'm going to potentially let you use strength. So.
Okay, that's true. All right, fair enough. Thank you.
Okay, so any other questions about class abilities?
Have I done expertise right then on the 2 that I've starred? So deception and intimidation.
So it'd be double your proficiency plus 4, and then plus your
God,
charisma.
okay.
Yes, that's
Trick
correct.
shots.
But keep in mind that when you go up to level 5, your proficiency increases to 3. So those expertise skills will get a +2 bonus, basically, because there's double. Yeah. Cool. So any more questions on abilities? Everyone's done all that?
No.
I can learn 2 trick shots of my choice.
Well, you can have a think about that. So the next thing for anybody who's finished to think
Can I
about is
get
backgrounds.
inspiration?
No. You can start thinking about backgrounds, though. So background represents who you were before you started adventuring. So for us, I think like that is like, who were you before the Harpers picked you up and you joined as a spy, basically, or an agent? Who were you before you were an
I
agent?
was a criminal.
Yeah.
Well, I went for criminal as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this an anti-hero campaign?
No.
I mean, ideally, no.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean you have to be good. You can be neutral.
I was a freelance professional criminal.
Okay. But what kind of criminal?
I was taking stuff
Just a
from
thief.
wealthy people and giving it to poor people.
Okay, so Robin Hood thief.
And sometimes poor people and giving it to rich people.
So just a thief.
A thief.
Okay. Okay, so you're just going to go with
thief,
criminal.
And I thought I'd change my ways. Going into the harbors, become a little bit more lawful.
Sure. Okay.
Awful.
So you're going to go with criminal. So Kim, you want to go with criminal.
My thoughts for it was that that my guy just wants to blow stuff up and tinker with things.
Okay.
But only specific people really found a use for that. And like, so the only thing he really wants in life is more stuff to blow up or make the things blow up, which needs money. So he
Yes,
he fell in with the underground.
Well, there's another option. You can go with that if you want. Or the other option is to be a guild member. Like there is alchemy guilds.
I
there are
don't think
tinkers
he'd
guilds.
I don't think he'd want to be part of an organized structure. I think that's the thing. He's an absolute.
Then you go with criminal. Then.
Yeah, he's an outsider. He doesn't really want to work for anyone. He wants to come and go as he pleases.
I might change mine.
Yeah.
Because it's criminal spy. I'm going to be a spy.
Okay.
I used to be a professional spy.
Okay.
Okay. Well, the other
you
one you
fit
could
in
do
small
is,
places.
you could do spy,
I
which
used
is
to
basically the
spy
same
from
thing.
the wealthy and give that
I mean,
information
you're going to
to
get the
poor.
exact same skills because spy is just an
Yeah, it's
offset
the same
criminal.
thing.
But or the other one you could do is possibly go with charlatan, which is like the more like kind of assumed identities, like running scams. You could be a con man, and that would give you a slightly different skill set.
I might go with charlatan. That sounds pretty good too.
Just because I'm just thinking of like if you wanted to be different. that's
Also,
a way
I've got
to
a
separate
code
yourself
name.
out.
My name is a code name.
Okay.
Aquamamba.
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 Water snake.
Water snake.
Okay. So you're like a solid snake, like a kind of
water
Metal Gear thing, but you're the water snake.
Aquamamba.
Like not liquid snake, just water snake. I want you to come up with a reason why he has that code name. Like, was he specialized in like aquatic? You're not even like an aquatic race. You're not like a triton or anything like that.
Specialized in underwater espionage.
Okay, sure. Do you have a good constitution?
I can hold my breath for
Real.
a real long time. My constitution's only a 10.
Yeah, he's not very good at that either. Like, maybe water snake means something else. Like maybe you like specialized in like I don't know, toilet infiltration or something like that. Like climbing through plumbing. Maybe that's it.
Plumbing!
You're so small. Like they call him
Sewage mostly.
They call him the water snake. They call him Aquamamba. Dun, 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 dun,
Oh my
just
God.
climbing through
Come
sewer
in
pipes
through
and
the
plumbing.
pooper.
Because it's like a fantasy world. I don't imagine that plumbing is that advanced either, and so
There's
a lot of it's
aqueducts.
just
In
like
Forgotten Realms, it can be. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's like
hole in the ground.
Roman sewers kind of thing.
Yeah, aqueducts.
Okay, perfect. So you're gonna go with charlatan, criminal.
I'm going to be an ex-spy. Codename Nude Viper.
Why are you doing this to me, Tom Hazel?
So if he was like an ex-boxer, I was thinking like gladiator
That seems
or something like
that
that.
seems bang on.
It was either gladiator or entertainer in some way.
Yeah.
But like
both of those seem applicable.
I think-
gladiator makes the most sense.
gladiator is apparently acrobatics and performance, so
Yeah.
that fits.
Yeah.
And I have proficiencies in disguise kits.
Probably because like you come up with like outfits like masks and stuff like that.
luchador masks.
Oh, can I be a luchador?
Sure.
Nice.
You can be a luchador
That's
if you want.
Can also I have a musical instrument proficiency.
I think that's because it comes from entertainer. Maybe we can change. Maybe
No, this
change
is
that
entertainer, this is
to.
gladiator.
Yeah, oh, that's weird. Maybe change that to a gambling thing, so like you get a set of gambling dice or like cards or something that you're proficient in instead.
Okay.
Proficient gambler.
Yeah, entertainer and gladiator is exactly the same. Apparently.
Yeah, probably because gladiator is a form of entertainer.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, I'm gonna
Yeah,
shuffle
change,
in.
Yeah, we'll change musical
door
instruments
burst
to.
open.
Do, 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 do.
Do you want musical
Jazz
instrument or do you want to change it?
Jazz flute.
I mean, I'm not really sure what tools I can.
You can. Well, I'd say you can take gambler's tools like dice games, card games. You can be proficient in those. I think that makes sense.
A big guy just with a tiny hand of cards.
Go fish.
Oh man, imagine playing. What is it where you have to snap?
Yeah.
He just smashes your hand into the table.
Maybe that's how we learn.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Okay.
dulcimer.
Sure.
Zitar.
Katie, I know you're filling stuff out. Do you have an idea of a background?
It's very difficult. I don't really have a personality figured out yet. So.
Okay.
But maybe, and she was a soldier.
Yeah, that would make sense.
I'm thinking.
Soldier in an army.
Yeah.
That
And
would-
then
that would
working
make
something
perfect
around
sense.
that.
Like Anna.
Yeah, or a scout. I think a soldier would be really good.
Yeah.
And there's plenty.
What's
If
up with you?
who's got the Sword Coast Adventurers guide? Can you swing it my way? The other one is maybe of mercenary. There's mercenary
that
groups
makes work better.
because they actually have some examples in this book for mercenary groups.
Yes.
Or a city watch. You could have been a cop.
Nah.
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 Can I play Al
mercenary
from Die
veteran.
Hard?
What's that?
Can I play Al from Die Hard?
You want to be
Oh, the
Al
cop.
Pal?
Yeah. yeah.
Fucking
a-
hell, don't you diss Al Pal? That
I'm not
man's a
dissing him.
hero.
I know
right?
he
He
is.
saved John McClane.
Yeah.
He killed a kid!
Shot a kid.
Did do that.
So there's
Love the
plenty of
beat.
mercenary companies, Katie. So there's 3 recommended in this book. The Chill, the cold and mysterious Lurkwood serves as the home of numerous groups of goblinoids. But that's actually goblinoids. The Silent Rain, a legendary mercenary company
Whoa.
operating out of Evereska, carrying.
The Silent Rain.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So it has elven ties, but it's like a mercenary company. And then there's the Blood Axes, which is a dwarven mercenary company. Or we can just make one up. But I think the Silent Rain sounds really cool.
How much athletics do you think we're going to be doing in this campaign?
I am not going to tell you a damn thing.
Okay, just
What
because I
are
got
the
plus
skills
9.
for-
So you get athletics and persuasion.
Fucking hell. That's absurd.
I don't think I
And
can
you also
fail
have
an athletics
one type
check.
of gaming set, so cards, dice, for
Quick,
example.
roll a d20.
And land vehicles. Like wagons.
Tanks.
12 on a
Land
3.
Vehicles. And a gaming set as well, like dice or card games. And then there's some equipment here as well. If you want to note that down, I'll leave that for you to have a read.
Oh,
So
there's
yeah,
a lot of
mercenary
minuses
veteran.
on
That
here.
seems that seems pretty cool. So you can come up with an idea of
Mercenary
like being a merc, and then you got hired in to be a sniper. Le sniper.
I went with the expertise on history,
Okay, sure.
even though my intelligence
so
is
old.
a 0. It's just +4.
Okay. Yeah.
Just likes talking about the old days. a
What
lot.
was you saying about your athletics, Tom? You have like a +10 or
Plus
something.
9.
+9. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's your climby boy,
Yeah.
and then a guy. I'm just so old. I know stuff. Okay.
That's all I do. And I can fit in any poop hole,
Cool.
if you know what I mean.
So you fill in the numbers, so you fill out your proficiencies. That should be all of your skill proficiencies now. You shouldn't have any more to add, so you can work out your totals. So remember, if it's got marked for proficiency, you enter proficiency modifier and then your relevant ability modifier. Work out your saving throws. Attack bonuses. You guys should remember how to do these. It's proficiency bonus plus either strength or dexterity depending on the weapon.
Wait, what? Sorry.
Sorry, so
7 to
attack
hit.
bonus
So I'm
is
saying if you work out things like your skills and saving throws, which is if you're proficient, you enter proficiency plus the
Yeah.
ability score modifier, you know how to do those. And then attacks, it's proficiency plus whatever is relevant to the weapon, so strength or dexterity modifier.
I'm so... Because I'm a monk.
Dex, right?
Yes,
Did
for
an
you for the
unarmed
guns,
strike,
it will be
it
dex and
uses
stuff like
strength.
Right.
So it'd be 1 plus
that. You can use
my
strength or dex. No, unarmed strikes is strength or dex.
What if I
Yeah,
also
I've got
had
plus
a
7 on
On
my
a hit,
strength.
an unarmed strike deals bludgeoning damage.
That's
Swords.
strength longsword. But you could use a rapier, which is finesse.
Mine's
do that.
automatically taken my
And it's the same
strength.
amount of damage. It's a d8.
Oh, mine's a +6.
Did you
Mine's plus
pick your
7.
fighting style?
Archery, it's like the one that gives you plus
Oh,
two.
Plus 2
You're
to
just like a
attack rolls
super
for ranged
old.
weapons. Yeah.
Version of you.
Just make sure you add that in as
And a
well.
halfling.
Okay.
So
Slightly
attack
shitter,
bonus
and we'll go down
is
half as or twice as
Oh,
quickly.
man.
Proficiency, which is 2,
So cool.
plus dex modifier,
3, so it's
dumb.
5.
plus another 2 because of archery style, so plus 7 to hit.
To hit.
Yeah.
Is that
for
is
your
that on?
guns.
I thought that was on damage.
No,
No,
it's the plus
okay.
2. The archery style is 2
Plus
to
7.
attack. Yeah.
Have I done my weapons right? I always get them wrong.
Let's have a look.
What's the damage?
So I'm guessing for a sniper rifle, we'll use bad news because that would
Okay.
make the most sense. So if you've got the
Bad
gun,
news.
What?
It's the name of Percy's.
it's
gun
Percy's
from
gun,
Critical.
but we're using the stats from it. So yeah, so bad news is 2d12 piercing, two-handed, reload 1, misfire 3. And then don't forget you can
2d12.
have a backup weapon as well if you want to have like a pistol or a palm pistol. You can
So-
have that as a backup.
Gunslinger is a class from Critical Role.
Yes, Matthew
Yeah.
Nurse's crit roll. Yeah. So,
So
and I like his firearm rules the best, so we're going to use this.
2d12 plus anything, or just
Plus dex modifier, so plus 3. which is pretty crazy.
That's fucking nuts.
But it does misfire quite. Like if you roll a
Yeah.
1, 2, or 3 on your attack roll, it misfires and it can break.
So the rapier
Oh,
it
wow.
would be +5 to hit.
It's
Because
plus
it
5,
would
yes,
be-
because you don't get the archery start, and then it's a D8 plus 3 because it's your Dex mod.
Fuck
Right.
off.
Let me have a look at Kim's. So attack bonus. So you got +3 strength, plus proficiency is +5. Your damage though, Kim. So on the Great Club, you on all of those you add your strength modifier to damage rolls. So it'll be a +3. So it's D8 +3, D4 +3, etc.
Awesome.
I can go in stealthily, sneak attack with a D6, and then use my key
To do
to
another
do
attack.
flurry blows.
Yeah.
Do 2 unarmed strikes too.
Yeah. But I think your unarmed strikes are only D4 at the moment, aren't they?
D4
Yeah.
+4 though.
Oh, so you have +4 Dex. You got 18 Dex. Look at
Dexy.
you.
It's a 19.
Oh, 19. So yeah, you go in. So it's a D4 +4. Then you add the sneak attack damage to it, and then yeah, you could flurry of blows for 2
My
more.
brain just
And
caught
each
up
of
with
those
that.
flurries will do a D4 +4.
Yeah.
Welcome to the world of monks, my friend. They do a lot of
Whoa.
damage.
Monks are
Also,
great.
you can boost yourself with like bard spells as well.
Yeah, I can inspire myself beforehand.
Wait, did you count sneak attack into that as well?
Yeah, extra D6.
Oh my gosh.
But you can only do the sneak attack once, don't forget. So it's
Yeah.
like once, and then you get the normal attacks.
Yeah.
Okay, so in terms of equipment, rather than picking the equipment packages, Kim, I know you've already picked some stuff. That's fine.
I
keep
can
that.
change it. I just
Well,
put
no,
it.
you keep the equipment packages. What I'm going to say is you guys have 1,500 gold each.
What was that?
Katie, you're going to have slightly less because bad news costs a lot to make. So I'm going to give you 1,000 gold.
1,500. That's 1,000.
Bad
Is
news
that on
takes a
top
lot
of the
money.
starting equipment we have?
No, that's basic. Or so yeah, basically, rather than buying
Wipe that out and put
rather than taking the standard stuff, I'm going to give you 1,000 gold. You can buy uncommon magic items. So if you want to go and check out some uncommon magic items,
I'm going to explore his pack. That's okay.
that's fine. You can buy that.
I'll remove the cost of that.
I work for a Dungeoneer's pack.
2 gold.
Sure.
So should I take a pistol or
Sure. Up to you.
could
Basically,
I
with your money, you can buy as many whatever you want, but it's coming out of your 1,000 gold.
I'm going to take 20 gold out.
Bad news.
It's more than.
500 because it says crafted.
Okay,
so
okay.
normally you'd have to craft it, but we're just going to give it to you. But we'll have it cost 500.
Sorry, how much gold did you say we had?
You have 1,500
Oh. Why?
because you're level 4 and you work for an elite spy organization.
Oh, I was just confused because you were saying 1,000.
Katie gets 1,000 because her
Because
gun
my
costs
gun.
to make.
Pricey.
Do I have 15?
It does 2d12
Yes.
damage. I have to
gonna
take
take-
some of that money away.
You do.
Oh my god, wait. So as a sniper you can shoot what, twice? Two?
Pew pew.
Damn.
I'm gonna.
I mean, she
take
can
pepper
shoot.
box
She
as
can't
well.
shoot twice. She can only shoot once, but it does 2d12 damage. It's like,
I mean, it is a sniper.
yeah.
You
Okay.
have to reload immediately.
It is reload 1, so yeah, I think.
It's a bolt
Yeah, reload one. So it takes like an action to reload, basically. It's a bolt action. So you like fire it and then you can. But you could action surge and then fire it again.
Oh my god. Damn.
But I've also got
Right in the
another
brain hole.
Yes, or you can just switch to your pepper box.
Can I spend
Yeah.
1,000 gold to make my sling
No,
magical?
you've just made a hole in the
Sure.
brain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Give it a crazy
Brain
gun.
hole.
The pepper box.
It
What
was
would
a
that?
Pre-made
That's
brain hole.
Still
Your
range.
mouth?
Yeah.
So I'd
Yeah.
still get
Who knows?
Plus 7, yeah.
11.
And then you still do what does the
Eyeball.
damage do on it?
1d10.
So you 1d10 plus 3. So you want to make your sling magical. You want to give it a property or do you want it to be +1 to hit and damage?
Can I have it a property, please?
You want a property instead of +1 to hit and damage. Okay, what kind of property do you want it to do? What kind of special thing do you want it to do?
Can it be a knockout sling?
So like it can knock people out if they fail a saving throw. Yes, let me work out the exact stats for that. It will probably be like if they have a certain amount of hit points remaining. So like it's really good against knocking like weak people out, but against like a
how many guns
big
have we got?
like guy with like 50 hit points, it's not going to work as well, or it won't work. So you can weaken them and then it knocks them out. Okay. So you want it to be like a little like
What? Pea shooter.
yeah, sure. Is it like a catapult?
It's a
You want it
tiny
to be
sling.
like a little like
Little
a
tiny
catapult,
sling.
like a Dennis the Menace.
Classic Y.
Like-
Yes.
Sleep.
Yes, we will figure out a
called
way of
the
doing
sleep
it. It will
sling.
probably maybe rather than it having like on hit, maybe it's like instead of making a normal attack roll, you can do like a sleep spell like 3 times per day. I'll give you the sleep spell 3 times per day.
If I use the sling.
Yeah, but it's more like you use like a special
That is
bullet
my
and it like fires
sleep.
like a sleep powder and it's like the sleep spell, but you can do it 3 times per day.
Just to check, I only have 2 simple
And
devices.
you have 1,500 gold. You can buy as many weapons as you want.
No, 2 simple devices.
Okay, yes, I believe so. At 3rd level.
Cool.
I'd like a battle axe, a
I have
flail,
got
a
two
glaive, a
guns
great
over
axe,
here.
and a great sword, please.
Just got
Yeah.
your fists.
I want
Yeah,
to
like-
walk in like the Iron Throne.
Sure, you can do what you want. So we'll figure that,
Peacocking.
like, we'll do equipment and stuff off camera. The last thing, before we wrap up, because, well, we got a little bit of time. I can't remember what time we started.
Like
6:30.
quarter past.
It's okay, so we got like a little bit of time. So one more thing of character creation. All of you are going to have a contact.
Oh.
This is a person in the city of Waterdeep
Okay.
that you know.
Okay.
Now, there's two ways we can do this. You can just pick them, or I could shuffle this deck and you could get one at random.
Do I get like more? Because
I think we should all take a random.
Nope,
One
everybody's
thing-
going to get one.
But one thing
I
from
can see
being
it.
a criminal is I get.
Oh yeah, she does
Criminal
actually have a
contacts.
criminal
Yep.
contact.
You can have, that will be somebody you can make that we can have as a different thing.
Can I have
But
a
this
boss
is
that knows
a
everything?
set thing.
Okay.
Or maybe I'll give you...
Are you best friends
give
with
you
the
two
bad
of
guy?
these. You can have two of these instead.
Okay.
So everybody will get one, and you'll get two, because you've got criminal contact. And then everybody else gets their normal feature.
Is that from your criminal spy background?
Yeah. You get to create a false identity if you're going with charlatan.
And I've got disguise self too.
And you got disguise self. You can literally go to like your mercenary company for help, and they'll give you some place to stay, or might give you like give you mercs to use. You're a gladiator, so you can go to inns, and people are like, "It's your name.
Yeah.
They're amazing."
That's my character actually.
Your name.
Your name. So what do you guys want to do? Do you want me to just randomly give you one? Or do you want to
Random.
pick?
I'd like random, please.
Random.
Random. Okay.
Out of interest, are the cards literally just names and who they
So
are?
these are all actual NPCs from Dragon Heist.
Okay.
So these are actually NPCs from Dragon Heist that will be in the module. They might be slightly different, or they might have slightly different agendas in the module to what
Okay.
it is. Okay, so who wants the first one? Katie, this is yours.
Ooh.
Okay.
I don't know what it
no,
means.
yeah, you can keep it secret if you want.
I don't know what it means.
I'll
It's
take
just a
mine.
It's a name and then there's
Name.
specialities.
Oh. I know you.
I can see that.
Yeah, I know you, the Black Viper.
The Aqua Member.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
I'll give Trot one and then you'll get the other one.
Thank you.
I know Batman.
Oh, no way!
My dad's Batman. You're gonna be so sorry.
Darkness, no parents.
Oh, perfect. Perfect for
Thank
me.
you.
Right, there you go. So you guys can keep those secret, and the way that these are going to work in the game is you can go to, at any point, if you're like, man, we don't know what to do, or we need help with something, you can go to that contact, you can find them in Waterdeep, you know where they are, you can go and find them easily enough, and they will do you a favor. You can ask them to do something for you, but they will ask for something in return. They might ask you to complete a little job, they might ask you to deal with a problem, but if you do that, they will do whatever they can to help you with whatever problem you have. So if you're like trying to track somebody down and you just can't do it, you're really struggling, you can go to one of your contacts and say, hey, if you feel that their speciality is involved in that. So each of them has a different speciality, and obviously you can't go to the Black Viper for something that isn't her area of expertise. But if you go to something that is her area of expertise, she will 100% help you if you do a job for her.
Okay.
I've added that to my ally section of this.
Okay.
D&D Beyond. Cool. And then I guess the next thing is just to discuss details of the character. If you guys want to kind of come up with ways that you might know each other, you can either start off knowing each other, or you can be on this could be your first op together. It's up to you how you want to play it. And if any questions, working out any last minute abilities, or anything like that.
Can I be the person that assembled the group?
Sure, you want to be like the Ethan Hunt?
Yeah.
Sure, unless anybody opposes that. If you're all happy for... And what is your character? Do you have a character name?
Aqua Member.
Do you have an actual name?
No.
You're just known as
No one knows
Aquamamba.
my
That's the
true
code
identity.
name. Okay, so Aquamamba.
Not even you.
You are...
You just forgot you're so old.
Okay, so you are the one that put the team together. You selected from various dossiers the team for this
Also,
operation.
just so everybody knows, I got a horrible case of side face. So my whole features are not centralized. They're slightly askew.
Nina's gonna
that
love
mean?
you when it comes to art.
What does that mean?
It means this portion of my face is just there a little bit.
Like you've been hit
Is
really
that-
hard.
That's not a thing.
That's not a thing. So there's a bit of extra flesh on this side.
That's so fucking
My
weird.
face is off center.
I could hit you really hard right now just
Nina
to see.
is really gonna hate you. She's really gonna hate you for this.
Oh boy.
Okay, so Aquaman put the team together. So you're aware of them, maybe not on a personal level, but you're aware of their skills.
The skill sets, yes.
Yeah, you've kind of seen their skill
based
set,
on
like a
their
little
specialties.
Harper dossier of like goblin,
I've gone through the
crazy, makes stuff that blows up, that kind of thing.
Do not piss off.
Okay, what about any of the rest of you? Any ideas? If you want to, we have Xanathar's guide, which has like things that you can roll, like if you want to find out if you've got like family or what your previous lifestyle
I've got
was.
a twin sister who's got the opposite.
The opposite of his.
Hey,
Okay.
You were attacked
She's dead.
by face.
he's dead.
Give me a. Someone
in
got a spare
peace.
pencil or a pen? You can just throw my way. There were a bunch of them down there. Thank you.
I'd like to think that people knew about Boomer.
New.
I know the name.
Yeah.
New.
Sorry, I've called him Boomer.
Boomer.
He's called Boomer.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't have
Also-
a name. I need to do my thing where I Google name meanings again.
Boomer
Fantasy
here.
name.
But you're a tiefling sniper that's from the Silent Rain.
Holy crap.
Please tell Silent Rain.
It's very Metal Gear. We've got a
Yeah,
very kind of
Silent.
Metal Gear theme going on in a way, like kind
Never
of like
played it, never will.
Infiltrator, kind of what's it called?
I hate it.
Foxhound.
It's dumb.
Foxhound.
Foxhound. Specialists.
So got
Metal Gear.
Darper agent.
Liquid Snake.
Do you know that?
Is
Silent
that what
Rain.
that she was called? Silent?
Well, that's the mercenary. Oh yeah, Quiet was the one
Quiet
from the
was the
latest
one,
game,
yeah.
Brilliant.
which was really bad. Like,
Yeah,
she's awful.
horrible.
Just terrible. Terrible writing, terrible fucking sexism.
Yeah. Do you know that your Metal Gear impression was the first thing I ever knew about you? Because that was when I was working on PlayStation Access, and we ran a competition that people could submit a little video of themselves showing off their presenter skills, and we would take them to E3.
This was when I was an unemployed actor, and I
Yeah.
was really desperate for work on my CV.
Yeah,
so-
and we'd take you to E3 or something
It was,
like that.
Gamescom, to present at Gamescom,
to do
yeah.
videos for PlayStation
Did
Access.
you win?
I did win,
Yeah.
yeah. I
On a
think-
technicality.
Was it on what technicality was it? I didn't know about
The
this.
technicality was the video you submitted had to be like 1.5 minutes. The person who we chose to win,
I was second best.
their video was 1 minute 45,
Wow.
and someone complained and said this guy broke the rules. So we changed
Nathan, Dave and Rob, you told me that you loved my video and I was the winner. That is bullshit. This is not the place for this conversation.
And the person who we chose,
Wow.
we got him back to do like a different convention. I think one of the London ones or something.
He just got the one gig.
But you're-
This
you're-
guy got recurring
Yeah,
job.
He didn't get
he only got the
one
one
job.
because he technically didn't adhere to the rules. But I remember your Metal Gear Solid impersonation. What is it, outside your student halls or something? You filmed it?
No, I wasn't. I've never been a student. I've never been
I don't know,
university.
it
I
was-
just
it
filmed
looks-
it in a park.
it look-
Like,
yeah.
I literally went to a local
It
park.
was
and filmed it.
outdoors.
It was
You had a very
Almost the
smart
best
shirt
Kim's
on.
ever heard.
It's okay. You won on the technicality. It's okay. It's fine.
I bet whoever that guy was, his Solid Snake, Jean-Claude Van Damme, and Arnold Schwarzenegger impressions were not as good as mine.
They were not. They were not. He was
Also-
lacking in impersonation.
Also, I bet he didn't get to do Jason Statham voices with Troy Baker and Ashley Johnson.
Exactly. There you
I
go.
did.
So
That's how I met Ashley.
Someone's got a loser problem. Jesus.
He's trying to prove himself.
And I rolled 2 6s. Fuck you.
Okay, all right, moving on. So we have Aquamember, who put the team together. Aquamember, who's an old kind of con man / spy, but
Really
you're the
should be
master
doing-
of the Mission Impossible face.
Is this a false identity?
Who mate? Is
I've forgotten. I'm so old.
you have disguised self, right? So you can literally do the.
Do the-
But it's like, does the face peel off, or is that just skin
No, that's
from being
part of the
wrinkly?
spell.
It's
No, is
part
that
of-
just wrinkly skin from being old?
Yeah.
Like,
Just this
This
flap
guy
goes this
killed.
way, and I'm
He just grabbed his
tattooed.
face and nudged it to the other side.
So wrinkly it moves around. Boomer.
Because you're wrinkly,
Boomer!
moved even
Boomer
more.
here.
Boomer. Okay. So you are a
Thanks.
goblin that has. How did you fall in with the Harpers? Is the main question.
So I imagine.
Were you like captured because they were like, this fucking goblin is killing
No,
everyone?
no. I think Boomer is like, he's chaotic. He does his own thing. He doesn't believe in organizations or having a full-time job or doing a 9 to 5. He took one look at the world and went, this sucks. This conformity, it sucks. I'm gonna do my own thing.
Okay.
So I think probably the way that he fell in with the Harpers isn't like he's more like a freelancer.
Okay,
And
so
he'll
he's
just
been hired.
I don't think he cares like who he works for, whether it's like good guys or bad guys.
He just wants to get
He
paid.
just wants to blow stuff up.
Okay.
And if people want him to blow stuff up, the more interesting, cool, like the better.
Okay.
But yeah,
Nice.
that's Boomer. He just
I like it.
Okay.
Wants to
so
live
he's
his
the
life.
chaotic element. It's
Yeah.
Junkrat meets the Joker. We get it.
yeah. Wario. I was thinking Wario actually. I wrote,
Wow.
I literally have written Wario down.
Wow.
You say that every time you say Wario.
Wow.
Because
Because that is the Wario noise. You can't not do
You
wow.
can add that to your impressions.
But you'll never win number one.
Tom Hazel.
I haven't got a name.
No name yet.
But
no
I
name,
think-
no name Goliath.
No name Goliath. Maybe that could be his name also.
No name.
He's
He's the
equally-
Goliath with no name.
Yeah, he
And he talks like Clint Eastwood.
ran through the desert as a Goliath with no name. I don't know.
Are you thinking
It's
of
like Kung Fu.
Odysseus and like the
Do you really think Tom is thinking of
No.
Odysseus? Like,
It was
do you really think?
it was the
Ow.
Cyclops with one eye, and he
That's not
said
Odysseus.
there's no name here.
That's nobody.
Nobody, yeah.
It's not Odysseus.
No, but the hero who's
Yeah,
fighting him
yeah.
is Odysseus.
What's his name? It's like you're-
Ulysses.
No, it's not Ulysses. That's the amazing show with that Philip Schofield sang along to.
It's also an ancient Greek legend. Come on.
But it's also not the Cyclops. He's called like Euripides or something like that.
Oh, sorry. He calls himself no name.
Yeah,
when
he
he's
calls
trying
it.
to
Well,
trick him.
yeah, Odysseus calls himself nobody, and then he
Yeah.
says, "Who's attacking you?
Nobody.
Then shut up then.
Yeah, we're
Classic
not going to help
Like my
you.
portrait.
Classic
Very good.
Greeks.
Very good.
Right. No, I'm not going with that.
Okay.
I don't know any of the words you
What
just
about?
said.
Here's an idea for you, right? Flint westward.
Wait, what?
Flint northward. Because then it's like Clint Eastwood. And you could be like Clint Eastwood.
I don't know where this Clint
don't
Eastwood
know.
thing has come
I
from
don't
all of
know
a sudden.
why.
Just because I said desert once.
Yeah.
So you're a bruiser, right? You're like a
Yeah.
tough guy.
Chris
He
Eubank.
could have like a gladiator name or something like that.
Yeah. Maximus.
Well,
Maximus Meridius.
I mean, not like
Max.
Yeah,
Max Power.
I'm Max Payne. But I feel like it would be
Ving Rhames.
that he was in a fight,
Right.
just a ordinary organised fight, and he accidentally killed the guy.
Right,
Like,
okay.
just killed him, and
So
when
he was going to be jailed.
he's going to be jailed, and when the door opens up, I'm expecting like, well,
Oh, there's
that's
the-
it. But then he turns up.
Oh, you see. So you want to know. So Aquamumba is the one that
Aquamumba
saved
didn't
you.
break me out necessarily,
But
but he's the
hired
one
you.
But
that
has
he kind of-
organised.
Well,
Yeah.
Aquamumba and the Harpers. Aquamumba probably went to the Harpers and was like, "I've got a guy that I want to work with him." And then like they, paid for the city guard to release you or something.
maybe that could be the opening heist before the logo
it's
comes
not.
up. No,
It's not.
That could be
Plan
cool
now.
though.
it's not all about you, Tom.
I know it's not all
That's
about
very
me,
planned.
but then
It should be.
Yeah.
you break me out. I then walk out. The logo comes up and it says Max
Smoke.
Payne.
Maxie.
I don't know.
Right.
I'll think of a name.
Think of a name.
Yeah.
Cool. Katie, any ideas?
No.
No. That's fine.
I've had a very long week. I'm having a brain.
Well, you like to take
moment.
time to mull over your
Generally,
character
I
anyway.
find making characters really difficult. So if anyone out there finds making characters really difficult, I feel you.
You feel the
I
pain.
can't do it.
Well, I think you've got like a cool basis. Like you've got
Yeah,
the clay
I just
now
need
to shape
to-
it from.
Like, I'll
You know
just get
that
one thing and I'll be like, I know what I'm doing.
Tiefling
But-
badass, sniper, ex-mercenary.
Great
Yeah.
tarantula.
That's pretty badass.
No. No.
Perfect.
Thank you.
You should have a real
something.
simpleton name.
Simpleton name.
Like
Me.
Gomer.
Vinny.
It's me up,
Or
Dave.
Jeb.
Jeb.
Jeb, the guy.
I might just call
Name's
myself-
Jeb.
Name's
Ah, thanks, dude.
Literally, fancy name generator.
Last name,
Hillbilly
Dan.
names.
Yeah.
Hillbilly. Fancy name
Bud.
generator is great.
Billy Bob.
My name's Bud Bot.
Kurt.
There's
Mine's
also
Kirk.
there's names in the
Kirk.
back of Xanathars, by the way, if you want to have a
Oh,
look
is
at
there?
Oh.
them. Yeah, so there's Goliath names and Tiefling names.
Oh wow, let's see what I get.
My name's
I might
Jeb.
just roll for it.
Okay.
Polynesian female.
Well, while Tom and Katie are looking at that, one thing I'll tell you. So the op that we're going to be jumping into with episode 1, Operation. You know that it's a hostage negotiation. where you are buying back a hostage.
Okay.
A VIP.
Blowing up.
They are the son of the Lord of Neverwinter. That's all you know. Or they are important to the Lord of Neverwinter. And you are exchanging a powerful magic reagent called a Heart of Cania with a bunch of devil-worshipping cultists to get him back. But your mission is that you can't let the cultists take the Heart of Cania either. You've got to get the hostage and keep hold of your bargaining chip. So classic kind of like give it to them and then get it back off them kind of deal.
Wow.
Can I blow them up?
You can blow up. You can't blow up the hostage.
There is no way
There is
I would
very
hire
much a-
Boomer to do this job, so I feel like I've got bad sight and I got the papers mixed up.
Sure.
You're thinking of something.
I mean, you know
You're
that
the
like.
expert negotiator, right?
Well, no, you
I'm
would know.
intimidating.
You would know that you're gonna have to kill these cultists because otherwise they're gonna get away with this thing that you're not allowed to have.
We
them to
gotta
have.
disintegrate them.
You just have to
Leave no trace.
Perhaps you have to rescue the hostage and then let Boomer blow them up. Is the idea?
But also,
Either that
Boomer
or-
is very intimidating, and you know he could.
Everyone you hired just turned into a red mist somehow. No, you hire me.
I take the full fund. Because everybody else
Which
died.
gadgets did you take? You took the flame projector and the
bright light explosive.
so the flashbangs basically.
Yeah.
So you have like basically Boomer doesn't have like a massive incendiary
Okay,
bomb.
good.
Yeah, I'm
like,
not gonna-
It's like flashbang, but now I also have a flamethrower. Burn stuff.
Okay,
Yes.
I can absolutely see Kim's archetype already. Pretty
I
much.
just think, well, I think either he's going to be cackling madly or just like a really cold, dead
like-
look in his eyes, just like burn.
I had a permanent condition of blinded and frightened.
I will not stop you from role-playing your character. I don't think you need to add conditions. If you want to role-play your character as short, nearsighted, and terrified of
Definitely.
everything, how is he a spy if he's terrified? How does he have a
He's
code
not.
name?
He's not. He's resistant to frightening.
I'd
He
like
is,
to be
you're brave,
permanently
brave boy.
unconscious.
Why do you do
Yeah,
this
what's
to me?
your big
Why do
character
you people
flaw?
do this to me?
My big character flaw
Is he
are my
dumb as a
stats.
bag of rocks?
Yeah, I've got 7 intelligence, 9 charisma, and 10 wisdom. My only 10 is like average, but
You're as wise as a normal person, but you're not, you know.
yeah.
It's just that, like, you've never had book learning. All the
Minus
book learning's
2.
been punched out of your head.
Yeah, that's the thing. I've got
Aw.
+9 on my athletics, and pretty much everything else is a minus or 0.
So you're
And
really
that's even
good.
with my things with expertise. My expertise and intimidation gave me 3. So
Yeah, that's how it'll work.
yeah,
But you're really good at climbing stuff.
I'm
and
super
punching
good.
people.
Climbing and punching.
And are you just going to have weapons? You're just like, I'll
Well, I
use
don't
this
know.
weapon now.
It's
I'll
either
use
I
this
have
weapon now.
all the weapons, or I have none of the weapons.
I kind of like that all the weapons. It makes you like an armsman. Like somebody
Walking
like needs a
armory.
weapon. Yeah, like you're like,
Yeah.
Or you could have like a big riot shield or
I
something,
suppose
like a
being
big
Goliath,
metal slab.
if we had carry weight, my carry weight would be super high compared to like everyone else. With my
Yes,
strength,
you can carry
and
loads.
my-
Yeah. With
Yeah.
Goliath, you can carry like
You should
double
be the
the
Arsenal
amount.
for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good point, actually. Armor class. Did you guys pick what armors and stuff you guys want to wear? Because with you can pretty much buy any armor you want.
Unarmored monk.
You're an armored monk. Have you worked out your AC? yet?
15.
It's only 15. What's your wisdom?
It's 10 base.
Yeah.
Unarmored bonus is +1. Dex +4.
I suppose, yeah, because if you've only got +1 wisdom, then yeah, that's what it would
That's
be.
right.
15, okay.
I said leather armor.
Okay, so that's 12 plus your dex modifier.
12, is it?
Oh, it's 11 if it's not studded leather. I'm assuming you'd go for studded leather because there's
Okay.
no negatives to.
I think I just chose it when it was like 4 in the morning.
Probably studded leather.
Yes, like there's no reason. I mean,
Yeah.
you could take medium because like a breastplate still lets you use. Oh, I
Okay.
suppose like because your dex is +3, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's probably a way we can min max it because I think like with who's got a player's handbook?
Me, but apparently I get a trinket, and I wanted to roll on that.
Can I please have a player's handbook before you roll on a trinket?
Okay.
Because I'm
I
thinking.
want to see what I got.
It means I'll have 13 AC.
It was either that or a love
Is your
letter
dex
or
only
a
plus
lock
one?
of hair.
Yes, I'm on 13,
Yep.
which is +1.
Yeah. So that would be it. So Katie, like if you want to min max it, then yeah, your best bet would be to wear breastplate, which is 14 plus a dex modifier of max 2, because that would give you 16 AC. Whereas if you wear studded leather, you'd only have 15 AC.
Okay,
Min maxing.
Can I borrow that, please?
Yeah, breastplate. So it's like you'd have like a metal kind of like piece on your chest, and then the rest is all like
99
leather
we
and
just
stuff
rolled.
like that.
I mean, technically you used
Do you
the
wanna look at the
wrong fucking
armor?
dice, but fine.
Kim?
Yes, please.
Because you can wear medium, you're probably better
Yeah.
off doing the same thing and wearing breastplate, because then it's 14 plus your dex modifier, which is
But-
1, so it'd be 15.
Doesn't that make me clanky?
Nope, doesn't have disadvantage on stealth throw rolls. That's
Well-
why I recommended it.
I will go for breastplate.
Because it's just like one metal piece on your chest, and then the rest is all leather.
I'd like to think it was a pot lid, just strapped on.
Sure.
I love that.
Can you tell me what the 99th trinket is?
A dustbin lid.
I rolled 99 on
Nice.
300.
You would like to know what the 99th trinket is?
Yeah.
It is
That's
a wooden box with a ceramic bottom that holds a living worm with a head on each end of its body.
There's a
Cool.
two-headed worm.
very
That's your
elaborate.
animal handling.
Animal handling, that's my little pet!
Oh my god.
A
Give him a
two-headed
name.
worm that is in a wooden box with a ceramic bottom.
His name is
Should be a double barrel name for each head.
Norman.
Nerman.
Nerman.
Newman.
D.
Nerman the worm.
So
Sorry,
D.
it was
Breastplate.
One's
it's
Nerm.
14.
It's
Yeah,
14
Norman
plus
and D.
your dex, so
Norman
plus
D.
1, so 15
Oh, right.
AC.
Sorry.
One's near. One's man.
Oh boy.
Tommy, are you going to wear armor? Because you've got, I don't know if Barbarian,
11 weeks of this.
I don't think you get unarmored defense just yet.
Probably not yet. I mean, I get a costume, so I think as a gladiator I'd have armour as a costume.
Yeah?
So-
Well, what armor do you want?
What's the biggest boy?
Well,
The biggest
what
boy.
armor are you proficient with? Did you write
Full
that down?
plate.
I think medium is the highest I'm
splintered
proficient
mail.
with.
Medium.
Clank,
So you
clank,
could
clank,
do the same thing. You could wear
Drops all
breastplate
like
as well,
Stealth.
which would be
stealth,
14 plus your
Like
dex
a walking
modifier.
tank.
Uh,
Literal tank.
0.
So it'd be 14, and then if you wanted a shield, that would give you plus 2
Nah,
to your
don't want
AC.
a shield. 14.
But
You
to
don't
be
want
honest,
splintered?
you'll probably be when you get to your when you get second level barbarian. If you take second level barbarian, you can get unarmored defense, which means your AC without armor is 14 because it's your con modifier.
Plus 4.
Yeah, so it's 10 plus 4 plus dex, so it'd be 14 as well.
Oh, so I
whether you
don't
wear
actually get
armor or
anything
not.
from unarmored defense.
You won't gain any bonus. Well,
'Cause
no,
I think-
apart from the fact that you don't have to wear armor.
I think even before I added my armour, it was 14 on here.
Oh, maybe you do get it.
Yeah, armour class 14.
So before you wore armor.
Yeah.
So maybe you do get it at first level then.
Yeah, I think it was
Do you not want heavy armor?
pretty low.
Oh, no,
Plate
yeah.
armour.
Unarmored defense, yeah, I did.
Yeah, so you do get it. So yeah, so it's 14.
So with my... Oh, I may
So you
take
don't
it.
get, if you wear armor, you don't get unarmored defense. So.
I will not wear armour.
Okay,
I didn't
so
do
don't
that.
wear armor then.
Okay.
And you don't want a shield, no?
Yeah.
Nah.
Who's
I mean, I'll probably be carrying a
I
shield.
don't know, it's just on the table.
along
Yeah, but
with,
you don't want to use a shield.
like 25 different
Yeah.
glaives. I think I also have like 5 javelins as well.
Sure.
It's on your
Yeah,
back.
you guys have got like money. You can buy what you want.
No, I
If you
get
want
I
like
just get
any,
them naturally.
if you want any like cool stuff like magic items, like you wanted your little magic sling and stuff like that, we can work that out. You need to tell me what you kind of want, and then I can price it up. Basically.
How much is a healing potion?
50 gold?
I will have one of those.
Yes.
Sure. Hello.
Because I spend all my money on myself, I'm gonna be a very decadent little halfling
Okay.
and have a custom-made cane for walking around.
But it's a sword as well.
It's got everything in it. So it's got a little stick end. It's got the sling on top, so the wide thing just pops off and then becomes a sling.
Okay.
And also it's got a place for all my cigarettes,
Okay.
and tobacco.
So when you say it does
All 40 a
everything,
day.
you mean
It's
nothing
just
that will actually be
nothing
relevant
useful.
to the game.
Yeah, just like
It's a
luxuries.
Swiss Army cane.
Don't forget, you guys are all proficient in thieves' tools as well. So if you carry thieves' tools around, you can
Thieves'
pick
tools
them
are
up
in the
and stuff. Okay.
Would we not be given those as part of any operation? Or?
No. So the idea of me giving you this money is you buy what gear you want, and
In
that's
prep
your
for an
operational
operation,
gear.
okay.
Yeah.
So
'Cause
thieves'
you don't know
tools.
what you don't know what mission is going to be the main mission. So
Thieves' tools are a small file, a set of lockpicks, a small mirror mounted on a metal handle, and a set of narrow-bladed scissors and a pair of pliers. Proficiency with these tools lets you add your proficiency bonus to any ability checks you make to disarm traps or open locks.
Price?
Yep.
It's
What
all
is the
in
price?
my cane.
you guys can.
The price we
These
get,
are my
we get
lockpicks.
them though. We'll be-
Yeah, you still have to buy it. Yeah, you have to buy all of your equipment. So any equipment you have, buy it with your money.
Could
Thieves'
I
tools
have-
25 GP.
Could I have
Yep, 25.
a hand that's been chopped off, right, was replaced with a metal fist that has been imbued with magical power?
So
Why are you doing
Doomfist.
this?
But what, as in like it can move, like a mechanical
Think about
fist?
that.
It's the first thing I thought of.
Yeah, literally.
Magical power, so no, it doesn't move. It's constantly
don't want
in
it
a
to move.
fist, but it's got some sort of magic in
If
it.
it doesn't move, you're going to have penalties to doing certain things.
Yeah.
Because that's basically like having only one arm.
Oh no, it's just like before. No arms.
If it's going to be magic,
yeah,
you
it's
can
still
have,
there.
it doesn't have to be. It could be a mechanical. It could literally be
Yeah,
like
but
a
it's
clockwork
hooked.
hand,
I
like
think-
Ash from Evil
I think
Dead.
almost like a
Yes.
what's his name? Something Lannister. Can't remember who it was.
Tyrion,
Okay, just
Tywin,
so you know, you will have penalties
Jaime.
for doing stuff because it's like
Jaime.
having only one arm.
Mr. Incest.
Right.
'Cause if
But
you
his
don't
hand
have
is like this, right? But I want
No, it's
it
close.
like that. Is
No,
it?
but it doesn't matter.
Oh, it's like
because
that,
you-
actually. It's
How
like
are you
that.
going to climb somewhere?
You're going to be one. You're going to have quill problems.
Dunk.
You're going to have quill problems.
Don't do this.
How do you
Don't
climb
do
with
it.
this?
Again.
What if it was like a Full Metal Alchemist?
Don't do it again.
It's just a blade.
Again, you can have that, and you'll have.
Climbing will be easy. I've got +9 to it.
If that's what you want to do, Tom, by all means.
Just pull myself up.
if you want another character that only has one usable arm,
Yeah, but would it give him bonus to his unarmed thing?
you would basically replace it with a weapon. Like, you're basically saying, instead of having a working hand that can hold a weapon, I'll just have a weapon. But I love the idea of, like, if you wanted a clockwork arm that could counter stuff and still be an arm, you could have that made for money, yes.
Can it be imbued with thunder?
Maybe. I'll have to work out how much it will cost.
Oh my god.
Something like that.
But if you want to just have, like, a stump with, like, a spear or, like,
no, not
a...
spear.
or
I
like
think
a,
I
like a
kind of
metal
want it
club.
to be just a big metal fist.
Sure. Then it
But
basically...
it's also, the magic is just, it gives it +1. It's like +1 on hits and damage and stuff like that.
Yeah, it'd basically be like having a club. Yeah, sure, you can have that.
Cool.
But you're
But
going to have
you
one
will
arm
only have
again.
one working
Again.
arm.
Yeah, but look.
Is this your new
Disadvantage on climbing, and my lowest was still 11, and I rolled a 2.
Yeah,
But it's
DC
not
was
just
14.
climbing.
You've just
It's-
fallen.
Like,
It's a partial
Or
success.
partial success, okay.
I've lost a healing potion,
Or you've attracted all the guards in the area.
but I've got a big metal fist.
Sure. Tom, it's your character. You can do what you want. I'm just
All right, but
amazed.
it's also they made the wrong one. So
What are you doing, Dom?
Why does he do this?
I've got a left hand.
Stop talking.
Oh my god. Really? 2 left hands.
So it's like,
There's 2 left hands.
he's gone. He can't function anymore.
I think
That's how it is now.
it's your character, Thomas.
He can't speak. He's gone bright red.
So you have like what?
Can we swap him for Rhiannon?
I mean, to be honest, if it's a closed fist, it doesn't make a damn difference if it's a left
Yeah,
hand.
but
He
it just
basically
looks
just has a lump of metal on his hand.
It's still dumb.
He had
It's
it
still
made, but
dumb.
he forgot to
I
turn on the
like to
specs.
think
Which
he
hand
ordered
was.
it. He ordered it.
It's the wrong hand. Nice. It's good.
That's funny. Sure, it's funny.
Can it spray out stuff as
No,
well?
no, Kim. What he wants is a
just a piece
lump
of
of metal on his hand. That's what he's going to give him. That's what he's going to
He
give him.
used his left hand as a model.
It's a cast.
Yep, that's what he has now. A left fist.
Are you
on
really
his right
going for
hand.
this? Because Boomer's not going to stand for this. He's going to craft like a new one. He's going to be like, this is terrible.
No,
it was.
This is what he
I
has.
like to think that
It was
Boomer was the
burned
one
on.
who did it and gave him the
But like, did it to spec?
Yeah.
Like, because he's just maliciously just did it to spec.
He's like, I want this.
He
but
could
here,
have,
and you're
Boomer
like,
could have
okay.
said at some point, you do realize this is 2 left hands. But he's just like, no.
God.
And you just step up a lip tip.
This is fine.
You know,
I think
that
he's
British
all-
thing of
or
not
is he
admitting a
even aware?
I
mistake.
don't know
he's
if
just
he's
done.
He
aware.
just doesn't realise
He
that
doesn't
it's
even
another
notice, yeah.
left hand.
Nice.
Oh God, and a 2-headed worm in a box
Oh God, who are you?
Called Newman.
called Nurman.
Fuck.
I've bought myself some
So that will
alchemist
probably be
fire.
about 1,000 gold for your +1 club, which
Wow.
counts as a fist.
God, okay,
So
good.
it's a club. So it's a d6 damage. You're proficient with it. You use your strength modifier, but I'll still let you sneak attack with it.
Awesome, thank you.
So we're
Oh,
sneak
so you're-
attack
yeah, yeah,
plus it's like a d6.
It's a d6 to a finesse or ranged weapon. For everybody that isn't Tom, you either have to have an ally within 5 feet of the target, or you have to have advantage on the attack roll. So everyone's going to learn how sneak attack works.
I learned. I
I
played
know
a
you
rogue.
did. I know you
It was
know.
really
I
fun.
think you
unlearn it
Yeah.
Really fun.
because it's weird.
You don't know shit. You haven't learned your fucking Erois abilities yet.
Or it's cam ones either.
Yeah. So basically for the most of it will be finesse weapon or ranged weapon when you hit. So that does mean Boomer, your great club won't get it
What?
because it's not a finesse weapon.
Won't get what? Sorry?
Won't get sneak attack. Can't get sneak attack with a great club.
I mean, it's a great club, so
It is a great club.
I'm not really mad at that.
Okay.
Like, it's a big
All
club.
of mine get it.
Yeah.
My hammer and my daggers and my crowbar, though.
Sneak attack and sniper.
Daggers
Well,
will.
plus
Hammer
three.
I need to check. Crowbar won't.
These babies.
I'm
is
giving
a
it to him
monk.
because it's like an unarmed strike, basically. But he's got rid of his arms, so I'm gonna. Be
I've got
nice
rid of
to
my
him.
hand. Like I can still.
It's like there.
Yeah, but look, with +5 strength, if I want to climb something, I just embed it in the thing and then just pull myself up. Easy.
Stealthy.
Yeah.
What's your attack? Have you worked out your attack bonus yet?
Not yet. Oh no, it does say on here, but I guess without +1, it's +7. So +1 from my fist is +8.
+8 to attack.
+8 to hit, and
So it's a
then it'll be
D8.
7
So it'd be
damage.
it'd be a D6 +5. No, +6.
Oh,
You can add a
it just says
customize.
6 damage here.
Yeah, because it's
taking the average.
D&D Beyond is working it as a normal arm strike.
Oh,
it's not actually. You
You
need to add a
a
club. Add a
custom-
club, and then
add a
it will do it to that.
And then
Add a
change the name
+1
of it.
club, and it will do it to that.
Nice.
Why you fall? Yeah. Okay.
What a team.
What a team!
I really
So
picked
far,
the good ones.
I think Boomer and our unnamed sniper are the most effective members.
Yes.
I think Aquamember and Jeb, or Max, or whatever he's
Hey,
going to be
I'm
called.
Jeb.
pretty good.
I'm sure you are Aquamember.
I mean, the thing about Boomer is, though,
Crawling through plumbing.
I can hold my
Boomer's
breath.
mad, though.
I'm infiltrating the place now.
Colonel.
I'm taking through into the toilets.
It's a 1d4 +6 is my club, by the
There
way.
you go, 1d4.
Yeah.
I've also bought myself some Alchemist's Fire, a tinderbox, and a magnifying glass. All 3 things can set fires.
Nice.
Awesome.
They're not like Alchemist Fire isn't an it's like Greek fire. It's like napalm
Yeah.
more than
Yeah.
anything.
Don't leave that.
What,
glass.
how is that a bad thing?
It's not a bad thing.
It's just like that. Yes.
Not a bad thing. If you want to, as alchemy, Kim, you can make some checks now to make some bombs, and I will stat you up some bombs.
Wow. Nice.
Yes,
They'll be alchemy
please.
bombs. So, what is your? So we'll make this. It will be intelligence plus your proficiency bonus.
Intelligence is +3, +2.
So +5. So roll a d20 and add 5. And then this will determine how long it takes, how many you make, and how much
Really, it's
money.
taking
How
that
is it
long
really?
to find a D20? How many dice?
That's
That's super cool.
18.
no.
17.
17.
18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
Okay,
Who's mine?
22.
I don't know whose they are.
Where's
yeah.
the other one?
Did I take one?
You're gonna have 4, and I will work out their exact stats. But they'll probably be like Alchemist Fire. You'll probably have to make like a ranged attack to throw them, and then they'll have like an explosive like effect.
I love you, Mark.
Sorry.
And I love
But they will cost. You get 22. You got
22, yeah.
22.
19, 18, 19, 20, 21,
Probably
22.
make them cost about 100 gold, just in case they'll cost you 50 each. So about 200 gold.
200 gold? Okay.
I got fancy guns.
But once they're
need to name
used,
my guns.
they're gone forever. Like they are literally consumable. Like
Oopsie
once they,
and whoopsie.
unlike your flash things, which you can keep
Normie.
making them short rest.
Short rest.
These ones are like
Yeah.
boom, they're done.
That's it.
Do like a infinity.
I think Katie
Ragnarok.
Sniper should have some sort of grapple
Yes.
launcher
Yes.
that she can use to fly around on.
Oh, that's good.
No.
See, we could have
That's-
absolutely
that's
had
an amazing-
Doomfist, Widowmaker, and Junkrat.
Well, we've got, Doomfist
I
with
can't-
You're not Doomfist now. You're a guy with a left hand on his right arm that's a solid lump of metal. That's not Doomfist.
We were going to go Roadhog as well.
So dumb.
Rip off.
That's the thing. The original, me and Kim were talking about this
It's like
beforehand.
budget Doomfist.
Me and
I
Kim
don't know
went-
what you are. You're just like a thing. You're there.
I got an offset face.
You're like Metal Gear has wandered into the Blizzard offices and is like,
Hey,
hey guys.
I've had fox die up the wazoo.
Yeah,
And I'm
that's a
really
drug
old.
that he's addicted to. Fox die.
That just
I love
ages me.
Fox
I
die.
can't even
It
think
does.
of a hero.
You're a
that would be-
failed clone. You're the defective Metal Gear clone. You're like,
Aquamember.
I'm actually only 18. You're like, but I'm
Cassie's
so
face.
old.
Got a
His
really
son
bad
hurts
case
me.
of Benji Button.
Oh my goodness. Well,
Done.
this is going to be an interesting one.
Yeah.
I think that we've gone from Dead Reckoning, which was dark and edgy and had all of these things, to this chaotic mess
Oh
of,
my
of
god, this is
losers.
gonna be a nightmare.
I'm not a loser.
You're a loser.
I'm
You're all
amazing.
losers.
We're all losers.
We're cheap.
But it's fine.
I think the
You're like the
only
Guardians of the Galaxy, like this
Yeah.
ragtag bunch.
Yeah, you
of-
can't have
I
a
feel
serious backstory now.
No.
You've got to come down to our
You're
level.
the Star Lord, basically.
yeah.
Gamora.
Yeah.
Gamora's
I'm
fairly
Gamora.
serious.
Okay.
But then you're going to be dragged down by the three idiots.
Dragged
Yeah.
right down.
You've got Drax, fucking Rocket, and Star Lord. Yay! We did it! Tom, if you're going to keep up your physical representations every time you use your like right hand, you have to like invert your hand like this.
You need to wear a glove.
You have to, like,
I'm level
right like this.
I'm a level 3 rogue. I can go invisible by just standing still.
Not
Like Drax.
Like Drax.
If I stand still,
No one
no
can
one can see me. Hi, Drax.
are so small. They're imperceptible.
Oh my god.
That, and you are as dumb as Drax.
I know.
So,
I know.
You are Drax.
yeah.
You are basically Drax.
Amazing.
And you have all the failed charisma of Peter Quill.
Let's do it.
Great. Well, I hope you're looking forward to seeing
Yeah.
these misfits in action. I know I am.
For the next 11 weeks.
Next 11 weeks, so we'll be streaming on Mondays here on the High Rollers channel and the Dungeons and Dragons channel. Don't forget to check out Dragon Heist, that comes out on the 18th of September wide release. Don't forget to check out Idle Champions, because there is a huge part of this campaign that's going to tie in with that game.
Yes.
It's free to play. You will be able to help us without spending any money. Really check it out. It's really fun, good idle
Please help
kind of clicker
us.
game.
We need it.
Do we
Have
know the
you seen
mechanic?
this?
I'm going to
Yeah.
reveal that at the
In
start of the
episode
first episode, because
one.
we need to. They've got to put some things in place in the game. So you'll actually be helping these guys by playing the game, earning stuff, resources for them to spend during their gameplay.
So please help. For
Yeah.
the love of God, we need it.
They'll need it.
Also, it's very, very fun. I've been playing it. It's really good.
It's good fun,
Really
like
good.
clicker game. You can leave it going. It's got like characters from Dice Camera Action. It's
Yeah.
got people from
Force
Force
Grey.
Grey. There might be more people being added to it in the future,
Nice.
and all that good
Yeah.
stuff. So you can check that
Not
out.
like Aquamember.
Don't
We're
think
not
Aquaman-
adding
I don't
Aquaman
think they're
to the
getting
game.
added.
I think they're getting edited. The other thing to check out, don't forget, if you're watching us on Dungeons and Dragons and you don't know who we are, we're the High Rollers, and we have a stream every Sunday at 5 p.m. UK time, 9 a.m. PST. That's over on twitch.tv/Yogscast or twitch.tv/High Rollers DND.
Yes.
We're playing our own custom homebrew campaign called Erois. It's really fun.
Made by this guy.
It's made by me and these guys. We all work together on it. And it's
It's
really
made
cool.
by you.
And you should check it out. But you add the characters that drive the story. I just build the
Sure.
world. So it's a team effort, team game. Check that out. It's really cool. There's also a podcast which you can check out, which
Yes.
is available on Spotify, iTunes, and all sorts of apps.
Basically,
Just search
go
for High
follow
Rollers.
us at High Rollers D&D on Twitter, and you will have links to all of our stuff. Find out what we're up to and
Conventions
when
we're going to,
yeah,
merch
everything
that we've
like
got. You can check all that out. Please do check us out. Hopefully you'll enjoy this madness. And there's more to come.
Thank you, wizards.
Thanks, Wizards. Thanks, Idle Champions.
Thank
See you for a Rogue's Gambit.
Nice.
Bye.
Bye.